There we go. I started back up. Okay. What happened there? I went down for a little bit. I probably was down for longer than I thought, but if just to summarize what I said, I would love to talk with someone about media because it would be great to discuss certain points and logic. I like logic. Logic is a good fallback. And something I find interesting is when people can find logical through lines, not only in stories, but just in media in general.
Of comfort that you get because Big Streamer Man noticed me.
Mm-hmm.
Your existence is pathetic. You are a burden on this planet. His position is that you are overstating how bad she is and using things that are on 100.
Sorry, I have a drinking problem, so if you notice any water spilling, that's my drinking problem.
True to justify, just like the stuff you said about Biden. Everything I said about Biden is true.
Next underscore anxiety underscore attack said, just wanted to come by and say hi.
Well, hi. I'm glad you could swing by. So I'm sorry you had to hear that right as you
that you
typed
are
that.
overstating
But
how
just
bad
this.
she is and using things that aren't 100% true to justify, just like the stuff you said about Biden.
I just want to go frame by frame on that one, or slower. Let's go slow.
How bad she is and using.
I want to see how his face changes right before he does it, because often anger is performative. A lot of anger things are performative. If you don't know.
Said, ... Did the stream crash, or is my
no,
internet
my stream definitely crashed. It went down to 0 FPS for a little bit, and then it just went completely down. The recording still kept though. All the audio from the recording, so I can, when I post everything on YouTube eventually, hopefully it won't be there. But yeah, I'm just going frame by frame on the, or not frame by frame, but just slow motion, just to see his face change, because I was explaining how a lot of anger is performative, and that's kind of how tantrums are with children. Is it's a performative act to try to get what you want, or even to display to someone that you've upset them, so that they don't do it again. So if you didn't know that, that's something that you now know.
Biden.
Wait, I just want to see that right before he raises his hand to do it.
Like the stuff you said about Biden.
Before he even says the word Biden, he's already going for it. But yeah,
everything I said about Biden is true. You fucking idiot.
He doesn't really have a lot of expression. It's kind of strange. You see it on his face.
I said about Biden is true.
His face looks exactly like this. Even when he's having his tantrum, the only thing that's slightly different is the eyebrows are slightly turned in, but that's it. That's a strange thing that I never noticed about him. But that could also be a more fake anger type thing. Because real anger, you'll see it because people will actually see red. But sometimes when you aren't feeling a real expression, but you're still giving off very evident examples of that emotion, then sometimes your face won't match. So if you're feeling if you are trying to pretend to be happy, your face often won't completely match what you're trying to give off with your words and your tone. So that could just be a thing that he was doing there. Could be performative. I would.
This is not a good look.
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt there, even though that was a little much.
Seems like the person's really mad.
You care more about being like, yo, Hassan Abi, you were fucking wrong. I hope you all get drafted, dude.
Wait, hey. Oh.
I hope.
No, I just want to. I'm gonna go slow motion again just to see the guy's reaction to him saying that.
Wrong. I hope you all get drafted, dude.
Wait.
Oh my my god. Because I know Hassan would probably. I don't know where Hassan's from. I think he's from the US. So if he is, he'd probably get drafted too. But that's such a weird thing to say to somebody. That's a very I guess bougie thing to say. That's most people who get out of the draft are rich people, right? If he is from the US. If he's not, then I understandably he's just saying I hope you get drafted because he's angry at all of his American commenters or something.
Okay. I hope you get fucking drafted. And Hitler and
But I love how his guest is also going, "Oh, what? But no, that's not good." I appreciate that someone in Hassan's life can really look at what Hassan is saying and go, "Ooh, nope."
countries based on Germanic ties at first. Yeah, dude. Talk to me when he's fucking throwing Ukraine.
I have nothing to comment on this. It's just an example of him being wrong on the Ukraine thing.
Down the line. I don't like you. I'm gonna make this very clear. If you are this type of person, I don't like you. I don't want you to be in here, okay? Or if you're gonna be in here, you need to fucking know your place. You need to know your place. Your place is this. Okay? It's not this. It's this. You can stay in here and watch.
Wait, am I'm covering everything? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my setup. You're going to witness some lovely stuff here. Move myself to the bottom corner so that we can actually see Hassan, because a lot of these clips have Hassan in the top right corner.
Sorry.
But now I will gesture
I would quite
upward for
rather have
destiny,
someone
this way
who's on
for
the
Hassan.
margins and is actually interested in learning, but might have transphobic points of view, rather than someone who's like, I'm a cat boy, I've been in here for 50 months, and I think, like, you know, you're not that good at debate, so you shouldn't have a transphobic person on. Like, no, fuck off.
No, it's not even that though. Again, he took the person's argument and changed it. It's another straw man. He took another argument and turned it to something that was more arguable. Because listen.
I would quite literally rather have someone who is on the margins and is actually interested in learning, but might have transphobic points of view, rather than someone who's like, I'm a cat boy, I've been in here for 50 months, and I think, like, you know, you're not that good at debate, so you shouldn't have a transphobic.
No, it's more like you're not well prepared for this type of topic, and when you're arguing for us, it makes our arguments seem bad. That's the point. It's not that he's not good at debates, although he isn't. It's more like you aren't versed in the topic enough to make it so that we don't seem like idiots. I wouldn't want Hassan representing me. He'd be the worst lawyer in existence.
Big person on. Like, no, fuck off.
Hassan is just not good at making arguments because he's not a debate bro.
They try to fucking lolcow me. Everybody does hate you. Your anxieties are real. Maybe you'll even get a girlfriend. You'll fall in love. Maybe your parents won't fucking despise you because they've created such a pathetic, filthy little spawn.
I don't know what his problem is. He already banned them. Yeah, look, you can even see it in the chat. Still going. It's ridiculous. They're laughing at the fact that he's still going. He's mostly just doing this because his audience likes it. But you want this? Just go watch reality TV. If you want people acting like idiots for the camera, you go watch reality TV.
It is only a burden on them. Okay? There you go. Why can't you just ban him? The need to humiliate people? I mean, I can just...
Why can't you just ban him? No need to humiliate people.
Ban him. I can just ban you for...
And then bans the person who just said that.
Example. There you go. I'm fucking running away from criticism. The need to humiliate people, sometimes you need to make an example out of them.
What?
See, I can understand making an example out of somebody. Although that just gives people license to attack them as well. I've had this happen many times. That's what happens with most bullying in elementary school. If you notice, a lot of the kids that are mean or disruptive are also hounded on by teachers and yard aides and stuff like that. They will often be the subject of.
Kavasai said, "That's the problem with live debates in general. Written arguments and counter-arguments at least have the virtue of having been edited for coherence."
I mean, that's what debate preparation is for, though. Because if you've ever been in a debate class, that's specifically what you do is you write out your argument and you have to practice beforehand. It's not like you have to anticipate your opponent's moves, anticipate their arguments, try to see what they'll come up with, and then rebuttal that. So yes, written arguments, you can at least edit that stuff, and if it doesn't seem right, you can do that. But you can prepare well in advance for debate, and especially if it's a topic you have no idea about, you should at least do some research. Because I know I've done my fair share of research, even in a speech class. I had a communication class that in college that was just give a speech, give at least I think it was 4 speeches a week. Yeah, four small speeches. It was like 5-minute speeches a week, and you only get one index card, and you get a folder with the research of the person who previously the did the speech on that topic. And each of the folders would have research in it so that you could make an argument out of the research that you had in the folder. But I got one of them that had nothing even remotely relevant to the topic that was given. So I had to do all of my own research because I didn't want to sound like an idiot when I started speaking. And I didn't want to make the side that I would be arguing for sound dumb. But do you understand what I'm saying? It's more about you're trying to represent a certain group whenever you debate someone and that type of thing. And if it's in a public debate, like what Hassan does, because Hassan publicly debates on his Twitch channel, you should put effort into strengthening the side that you're supporting. I did forget what I was going to say though. Was it about this?
I can just ban you. People, sometimes you need to make an example out of them.
Oh yeah, I was talking about the example thing. So yeah, but look out for that, especially if you're planning on going into education, like for young kids, especially kids, but especially young kids. They'll take the example of the teacher and then use that to also dogpile the student. So that it happened to a lot to my brother when he was younger. Had a teacher that was constantly getting on his case about nothing. So gotta understand it's not. This feels like the bottle's cutting me. But yeah, just realize that there's making an example out of someone publicly is somewhat effective, but if you're not doing it in a more controlled environment, as like with adults who understand what making an example out of is, it's not going to end well. Especially with younger kids, they'll see that as permission to also get on their case about everything. I've seen that a lot at the after school programs that I work at, is a lot of making example of or calling out their name specifically and saying you are no good or you do this all the time, stop it. So, yeah. I think a better version of that people do is, so if the kid really wants social interaction, I know it's not the best, but it's more like it's oh sorry, it's getting hot. It gets hot. My head is too big. What was I saying though? I was saying something about making like a slightly better version of that is punish the group as a whole. It's more of because it's what the military does, although it often can end badly in a similar way to making an example of a student. Yeah, it's not. I think it would work better mostly because it would get the more well-behaved students to interact with the less behaved student and try to convince them that everybody needs it in order to do well. So it gets the less well-behaved student to realize that there are other people besides them. Because that's a lot of it. Is a lot of students just are very self-centered. A lot of the ones that are troublemakers, as people would label them. A lot of them are very self-centered and think about what they want. And it often leads to a lot of butting heads with other kids. So I always try to explain. It's hard to explain. But I had a 4th grader who was still acting like that, and I had to explain to her there are 6 billion people. You were only one of many people. You're not going to have a very good time in this world if you're only going to think about yourself. So she was mad at me for the rest of the day for that, but that's just because I told her what she needed to hear. Because she was telling other kids to shut up for no reason. They didn't even say anything that was worthy of a shut up. It was more of a, hey, come on, cut it out, type thing. So, we'll continue.
Watching you squirm after Destiny's stream is my favorite thing to watch. Here's some money for the best content on Twitch XD.
Thanks, buddy. I have your email now, by the way, just for the record. So why don't you just stop fucking sending me donos to harass me for your daddy Destiny with literally your email involved in it? What a...
Oh no. Someone donated money to me to say that I have good content. Although it's probably ironic. They're probably saying it in an ironic way. Even though at that point he should just stop donations. I've heard of quite a few top streamers just stopping donations because they don't really need them, and they prefer if their audience just stick to subscriptions, which is awesome because it leads to more interaction overall, especially with subscribers. A lot of people like gifted subs and stuff. It's such a weird thing to get on his case. Because it's a threat. It's a threat at that point. Just saying, I have your email. I can get you. Because you donated to me. I don't know why he feels the need to threaten somebody. All he has to do is ban them and just move on.
You just did now.
If he really has a problem with that, just ban them and move on.
Do that. Why would you donate money to me with your fucking actual email? You absolute idiot. I have your full name now. And this time, if I go to fucking Twitch, it's reasonable because you're literally harassing me. Do you know how many fucking donos I've gotten from Destiny's fans tonight? Do you know how many fucking Destiny fans have sent me their emails tonight?
Excuse me.
Paying money just so they can fucking shit talk?
I apologize for that.
I mean, he gives them an opportunity to. That's what paying money for comments is. An opportunity for that. Although I agree that it would kind of get annoying after a while. Especially since it's a streamer that he doesn't really have a good relationship with now. But I don't know whether he is trying to say, because he said, this time if I go to Twitch, it's reasonable. So he said this time. So he's probably gone to Twitch before about either Destiny or commenters from Destiny. But I don't know what he would go to them about. Would he say that Destiny is promoting harassment on Hassan's channel? Because without evidence, you can't really get anything. The only evidence is that Destiny viewers were harassing Hassan. It has nothing to do with Destiny unless it truly did have something to do with Destiny. That's something that Twitch would have to look at, but knowing the Twitch staff, they're not the most well versed often in banning people correctly.
Huh? How fucking brain dead are you guys? Of course.
I actually started hate watching Hassan as a brainwashed Republican kid from Ohio and ended up agreeing with everything he's ever said. Watch and listen with an open mind, and even open mind, even if you don't agree with everything. Man makes great points. Thank you. Brainwashed Republican.
The thing is, he didn't listen to every single point. I actually started watching. Oh, it's so hard to read.
Kid from Ohio and ended up agreeing with everything he's ever said.
Okay, as a brainwashed Republican kid from Ohio and ended up agreeing with everything he's ever said. Watch and listen with an open mind, even if you don't agree with everything. Man makes great points.
Watch and listen with an open mind, and even open mind, even if you don't agree with everything. Man makes great points. Thank you.
They try.
I think that's just an opportunity for him to accept compliments, and that's good on him, because I know a lot of people who can't accept compliments. But you should also be able to accept criticism if you're able to accept compliments. Just take criticism less harsh. It's not on your character unless you're actually doing something that is evident of your character.
Try to fucking lol cow me.
Nothing I do is performative. So I'm not going to, for instance, I'll use Hassan as an example. I'm not going to talk to a black person like Trihex and say, hey, the N-word, it's always black. What do you think black people?
What a fucking liar, dude. What
He hit it so hard that the computer
a
went
fucking
dead.
Weasley little liar.
You are just a trans person. Sorry, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh no, that's not good. I don't know how Hassan doesn't get hit by the I guess I don't know how he doesn't get hit by cancel culture with all the things that he says, being such a popular streamer. My God, that was saying that because he's a trans person, or they're a trans person, that they don't know what they're talking about. That's They're just trying to tell you that you don't understand what you're talking about, Hassan, and you turn that into an insult against trans people overall. What a great human.
Oh my god, dude. This is actually so much more brutal than I thought it would be. Holy shit.
And guess what? The only thing I'm centering right now is the top of the hour ad break, bitch. Woo! Because at the top of the fucking hour, there's a 60-second ad break. And if you no longer want to see those ads, how about you center yourself around fucking...
Alternate camera angle of Hassan's stream right now. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's too good of a joke, man. I love it, but we're gonna continue because I don't really care.
Save us.
Oh, so here, yeah, this is another Hassan comment about Russia would not be able to invade Ukraine, which they already did. That's just another example of him being wrong, but that's not the point here.
Landslide L, if there was a active bombing currently happening on Kiev, and like Ukrainians were that way.
I don't need to hear this. Sorry.
You're actually working class. You recognize that, like, I myself am not that far removed from like fucking being working class, and also not only that, still advocate for working class values.
400K a year. Yeah. Not working class.
Like, I get so mad at this when YouTubers live around, okay, and they make one fucking video. They make one fucking video a month,
and get like Patreon money, or they make like 2 fucking videos a week max, okay? And then they cash out with
Wait, is everything lagging again?
like a 6-figure check because they have a sea of simps. And then they cash out with like a 6-figure check
Is
because
this
they have a
video
sea of
lagging?
simps. And then they turn around and shit on streamers who literally fucking go live for 6 to 8 hours every day. Like, that's
Yeah,
nuts,
the stream was
dude.
lagging.
Of course there's gonna be dead space in between, you stupid fuck.
Yeah, so he's commenting and saying that YouTubers make plenty of money making 2 videos a month. You kidding me? The amount they make compared to Twitch streamers? Like most of the time, I guess. It depends on how many sponsors you get, but Twitch streamers get a lot more sponsors just because they're live more often and will have a more immediate audience. But to say that they automatically get Patreon money, now that's if someone's feeling generous. Twitch streamers don't necessarily get subs or donation. Especially as someone like Hassan, all Hassan really needs to do is take a product that he likes and go, yeah, I like this, and then make enough money to last an entire year, honestly. With his channel size, they would definitely pay him that much. So he's downgrading how much work YouTube actually requires to make money.
This shit genuinely tilts me, dude.
Yes, that genuinely tilts me that you would ever imply that YouTube doesn't have to work as hard as Twitch streamers. Practically just as hard. And maybe if you made your content only 6 hours a day, but a little more refined, you'd be making the same amount and be a lot happier.
It genuinely tilts me. You could make a compilation of me sitting around, not even on camera, with a fucking video playing in the background. So petty, hot rod chatter. Bro, do you not know by now? Like, yeah, I'm petty as shit, dude.
He agrees with the your petty comment and then bans them anyway. Hassan,
They try
you
to
are
fucking
a
lowcal
treasure.
me. So there is a target-rich environment for someone to be like, this guy fucking sucks. Now, obviously, unlike DSP, I have a community, a fan base. I make content that like avoids those fucking weirdos for the most part. So that is precisely why there is like you're hacky. You're like jumping on this exclusively so you can, you know, milk the negative engagement that you can possibly get, because you're basically you're landing on top of an audience of pre-existing really fucking deranged people.
Oh yeah, why is he repeating this from last?
Pokimane has them.
This clip was already in there a while ago.
To just talk to one of Asmongold, it is really, really damaging for the people that are doing that. I've talked to all of the criticisms. The reason why they are doing this is because they tap into those audiences. Yeah, they're farming a viewership that is already built in dislike for the streamers they're talking about. They do that, for sure. Some creators that have been around for a very long time, like Charlie, have been able to avoid that.
Myself included. It's actually the video of the bizarre house walk.
Well, so that this clip is just
talking about.
I don't know why it's playing again, because this was in the last section.
It was a very shameful moment.
Creators that have been around for a very long time, like Charlie, have been able to avoid that.
Yeah, so what he's saying is that Charlie's been able to avoid hate viewership. Like having a community of hate viewers. And then Mahler, the editor of this video, of this compilation, put in Charlie's clip of being humble and changing the way he does things in response to Jay's criticisms. So he's saying that's the reason why he wouldn't get all that hate, is because he actually listens.
That is the reason why.
That is the thing about Penguin Zero, is he does have his own way of doing things, but he is very, very receptive to criticism and puts a lot of effort. Ow. Sorry, I'm just doing this because My arms have been getting weaker every day, and I need to make sure that I'm actually exercising. Oh, this is, well, not actually exercising, but getting my arms to move, because my arms are weak sauce. I have
What
this
that
10
person is
pounder
doing
here.
is not even remotely charitable. If it was something that I've done that was like genuinely fucking morally abhorrent behavior that they were making this many videos on and farming it for this much content, and I had
Making this many videos, it was two. It was a stream and a video. A stream and a video.
never apologized for it, that's one thing.
Dark Viper more focuses on dunking, holding the play.
I don't need to hear this. I already heard
Way
this
too
last
many
time.
concessions here. Like he's maybe
No.
this is a productive video when like you're capitulating to, and then also on top of that, making it seem like they are actually being super charitable in your.
Wait, Mahler, why would you put this in? This is exactly what was over here. Yeah, it's this, or wait, where is it? Yeah, this one. This section in the middle where Hassan's reacting to
Handle the hate
Charlie's
you can.
video.
He does a really good job of like making it seem like even no matter how fucking deranged someone's point of view might be, it's actually like, oh well, I'm seeing yours. It's
Oh, here's a thing that I would like to reiterate. Well, at least let Hassan reiterate, is that Hassan thinks that Moist Critical, Charlie, Penguin Zero is faking, thinking that Jay's arguments are
handle
good.
the hate you can. Yeah, that's true.
Right.
I mean, but he's not gonna get hate anyway because he does a really good job of like making it seem like even no matter how fucking deranged someone's point of view might be, it's actually like, oh well, I'm seeing your side right now.
Hassan has a horrible outlook on the world if he still thinks that someone who listens to someone and then responds in an appropriate way is lying. Because there is the concept of well, I don't know what the concept is, but I know it's so here's a lot of things. So if you take someone who is extremely racist against a certain race, right? And then you do a DNA test on them, and it turns out that they have some of that race in them. So a reasonable person would probably say, oh, well, if I'm a part of that race, maybe I should reconsider my outlook on that race, right? But in psychology, we I think it was more than half of people. Like, it's more often that people will double down.
Said, "Hey man." Mark C. Wade said, "What up?"
Hello, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. So right now I'm just giving an example of just why Hassan might be doing things the way he does.
Said, "Oh wow, that voice thing is scary."
What voice thing? I haven't done anything, I swear. But Hassan said that Charlie was lying in response to a criticism, saying that it was good. But I'm trying to explain in psychological terms why Hassan might be
Mark C.
doubling
Wade
down.
Said, "Every time I comment, a computer voice says my comment."
Oh yeah, that's just there because I don't like reading. Sorry. I can read. I'm just not a fast reader. I've never been a fast reader, so I'd prefer if it was said to me. It would suck if I had more than 5
Mark
chatters,
C. Wade
but
said, "I promise not to spam, haha."
that's what I trust. That's the whole reason I have it there. I trust you guys not to spam. But yeah, I was just trying to explain that more often than not, people will double down if they are given something that contradicts their worldview. So, like I said, if someone who was raced against a certain
April
race
Heartbreaker
turned
12
out to have that
said,
race,
"Is that a basketball hoop behind you?"
no, that's not a basketball hoop. It's a mushroom from Mario, and it has
April Heartbreaker
it's a
12
neon sign.
said, "Oh weird."
And I can't turn it on because it looks like a big ball of light behind me. and it messes up the lighting with my stream, so I can't have it on, sadly. I wish I
Mark Z.
could.
Wade said, ha ha ha, basketball hoop.
Yep. But Hassan is employing and
April
yeah, I think
Heartbreaker
it's
12
that's the word.
said, I still like it. Smiley
Thank
face.
you. So Hassan is employing the tactic of doubling down when his worldview is challenged. So his worldview of, oh, it's okay that I can watch people's content as long as they don't tell me that it's not okay.
April Heartbreaker 12 said, who's Hassan?
Oh, Hassan is one of the top 10 earners of Twitch. It's the guy in the bottom right corner, so to my
Mark
right.
Z. Wade said, oh, I have a random question for you. I can never get a consistent answer off anyone.
Consistent. Okay. I'll go for it. Let's take a breather from this video because I have a lot more time on it. So shoot the question.
Mark Z.
I want
Wade
to see.
said, you ever do that thing where you like slip your shoes off and on for no reason? Wear them like have fun?
Yeah. When I have slip-ons. If I have laced shoes, no. But if I have slip-on shoes, I'll do that all the time, yeah. Or I'll keep my heel like this so the shoe hangs off like right here. So yeah, I do that.
Jay wasn't being bad.
And this is more of stuff that was in the last section. I don't know why Mahler put all this here. I haven't watched this video in a while because I watched it 3 times before I even started doing any of this stuff. But I forgot that this section is just a lot of repeats from
April
this section.
Heartbreaker 12 said, wait, how do you half wear shoes?
Let me get a shoe. Give me a second. Like this. Ow. I don't have the muscle strength for that. That hurt. But yeah, I hope you guys could see it because
Mark
I
Z.
could
Wade
definitely not tell.
said, oh man, with slip-ons, I'm so bad for it. I never really lace my shoes, so they just sort of slip off easy.
Oh, I'm just fidgety like that. I'll do stuff like because that's why I never wore watches for the longest time. Is because I'll get used to doing things like checking the time. Because for this watch, you have to flick your wrist like you're checking the time. And even when I'm not wearing the watch, I'll sometimes flick my wrist to check the time. Or with this watch, I'll push it up and down on my wrist.
Said, and you do that just at home or like anywhere?
Just anywhere. At least with the shoe thing, not anywhere because I think my feet smell and I don't want to torture people with that. But at home, I'll do that. Yeah, definitely. Well, I guess I did that in high school a lot while I was in school. So I could say it's anywhere because back then I didn't have any foot odor because I was a good boy.
Said, I do it at the cinema or in class, haha.
Yep, those are good places to do it. But like I said, I'm just fidgety in general. I'll do this with my watch over and over while I'll just roll it up and down my wrist because
April Heartbreaker 12
my wrist is so tiny.
Said, lol, in class, really?
No, it's only a bad thing if you do it in class
April
if your feet
Heartbreaker
really
12
smell.
Said, what did you wear?
Because I knew some people who gave off an odor that was an aura of odor. And you didn't want to be near them. And if they took off their shoes, it was worse. Plenty of people did that in class. But luckily, a lot of the people who did it in my school were fine because a lot of them were dancers. And they are essentially required to keep their foot odor in check. So it was easier to not, or it wasn't easier. It was great that I didn't have to smell people's feet.
April Heartbreaker 12
in class.
Said, oh, lots of people did it.
At least people in my class, in my high school class, just because I was in an art school and a lot of people were dancers / musical theater performers.
Mark C. Wade said, I wore like Sperry's and they were impossible to keep on, haha.
Sperry's. Okay, yeah, I love Sperry's. I haven't gotten my own pair yet, but I've heard that they're very, very good for waterproofing and stuff like that. They're a Midwest shoe, or are they a Midwest or an East Coast shoe? Because I know in the West Coast they didn't sell them for the longest time. Only recently did they start selling them in California. But they're nice shoes.
Mark C. Wade said, you can't keep them on, haha.
Nope. I find that the only time where I do keep my shoes on at all times is when I wear boots. Because I have... Let's get my boots. I got boots. Oh no. Yeah, I've rubbed the side of my shoe against the floor too many times, but boots. But even during soccer games, I need my desk. But even during soccer games, I would do this whole slip on and off shoe thing.
Oh yeah, with boots it's hard to do.
Mm-hmm. That's why I just preferred not to do it, especially with shoes that I hadn't broken in yet. Because have you ever tried that with a shoe that you haven't broken in yet? It hurts so bad. Your heel gets bright red. I don't think I
April
have.
Heartbreaker 12 said, I in a soccer game? How?
Just whenever. I would just take them off briefly during downtime, or not take them off, but like slip the heel off, and then slip it back in immediately. Even though my shoes were really tight, I could still do it. Because I didn't buy new cleats later in my soccer career, so yeah, my feet
Mark C.
got
Wade
too big.
Said, I do it standing in line, ha ha ha, and like kick it around. Mark C. Wade.
See, I don't usually take my shoe all the way off, though. I will say that. I only do the half wearing method. So I will say you are, at least
April
to me, you are unique in that way.
Wow, that's impressive. Mark C. Wade said, okay, I have another real random question for you.
Okay, go for it. Give me your random question. I used to do this for Ask FM all the time.
You find a friend and they're somehow shrunk down to 2 inches tall. Which friend, and what's the first thing you do to him?
So, first off, you assumed that it's a him. But you are right. I would choose a him. I would probably choose... would it be? I wouldn't do anything to them, though. That's the thing. If they were
April
2 inches tall...
12 said, well, you'd have to mess with a friend at that size, right?
It's... I think this is 2 inches, right? So if they were that tall...
Mark C. Wade said, you'd be a good friend.
Yeah. I couldn't mess with someone like that. I would probably help them out. And if it was permanent, I would try to get them back home or whatever. But yeah, I don't know what I would do to them. I'm not going to say any specific names, but I would probably choose one of my better friends from high school. Not my childhood friend, because I don't think he deserves that. He would be way too pissed.
April Heartbreaker 12 said, lol, I'd stick him in a cup or a jar.
See, that was what I was expecting you to expect me to say. So that's why I didn't say it. I wouldn't... I don't think I would put them in a cup or a jar unless my cat was trying to kill them. Then I would protect them by putting them in the jar. I'm trying to think of what you could actually do with a person that's 2 inches tall. That would be interesting.
Mark C. Wade said, ha ha ha, okay, what about someone you're not fond of? Like a friend's older brother or something?
No, even then, I don't have that torturous side of me. I would kind of make fun of them for it, but I like briefly, but I don't think I would. I don't think I would do anything physically to them because that would just feel mean. I don't like to be a mean person.
April Heartbreaker 12 said, "Lol, let your cat mess with them?"
No, not happening. Ponyo is
Mark
a little
Wade
sadistic.
said, "Stick them on a high shelf."
Okay, that would be fine. And then they could try to throw things at me, although it would be way too hard. Because if they're 2 inches tall, would everything scale down correctly? Like how heavy would they be? If they were Ant-Man physics and they had the weight behind them of a person,
April
that would be more
Heartbreaker 12
interesting.
said, "Oh, how about sticking them in a shoe after wearing it all day?" Cheeky smiley face.
That's gross. Not happening. Speaking of that, the kids I work with will do that sometimes. They'll hand each other's shoes around.
Mark Wade
to smell
said,
them.
"Ha ha ha ha."
That's real gross. I always have to tell them to cut it out because it's just gross, man. Luckily, it's
Mark
not.
Wade said, "Wait, they do what?"
Okay, I went to a site because I have to go to a bunch of different after-school program sites, and I went to one where these, I think they were kindergartners, where one of them was taking off their shoe and passing it around for people to smell. And it was just so odd to me. I don't know why they would ever think to do that.
April Heartbreaker 12 said, "Lol, that's so weird."
Yeah, very, very weird. So, yeah, you see what I mean by sometimes kids weird me out, man. Okay. Thank you for some lovely break from this video, but I do have somewhere to be
Mark Wade
at 2.
said, "I mean, my friend forced me to smell it before, but I've never done it deliberately."
Oh, you haven't done it deliberately, and you haven't been living, man. I've done it. Yeah, I've done it. you have to live a little, man. You gotta
April Heartbreaker 12
smell it.
said, "Lol, when?" Mark Wade said, "Ha ha ha." Mark Wade said, "When?"
Me, when well, I haven't hung out with friends in a physical way in a while because of the whole COVID thing, and I haven't gotten back in touch with them. But
Yujiya said, "This is such a weird conversation."
it is a weird conversation, but we're having it. But I saw her at least once in high school, and a couple times in elementary school. I know there was a thing with not specifically shoes, but socks. There was a not really a competition, but it was just who had the worst smelling socks. So there's that. Where am I relative? Oh,
Mark Wade said, "So you just pass around a sock to smell it? Haha."
no, it'd be one person happened to get a whiff of the sock, and then you'd go, "Oh, that's awful, dude! Smell this. It's so bad." It's that type of thing. It's a I can't believe how bad it is. You gotta experience what I just experienced. It's that type of weird stuff that happens in high school.
April Heartbreaker 12 said, "But never forced it on you, lol."
Oh, no one ever did that. We all respected we all respected each other in that way. I only ever had one friend who didn't respect my boundaries, and I got mad at them. They put me in a chokehold, and I'm like a foot and a half taller than them, so it hurt
Mark
really bad.
Wade said, "Ha ha ha ha, you know, I think I have been in that situation."
So I've never been forced, into things I don't want to do by my friends, except for one, and that was back in high school, where they put me in a chokehold.
Mark C. Wade said, BRB.
I will see you when you get back. But any other weird questions before we get started back up? Because I need to get through this stuff. We're going to be skipping a lot because it's a lot of retreading from the earlier parts, but... Oh, the last section is just Hassan
UGF
covering something
said,
else.
Video time.
Okay, video time. Let's continue. If I hear any other questions, I'll answer, but I'll let the video play a little bit.
Whoa, this is exactly like when the fucking big company commissioned paintings from me and then never paid me for it or some shit like that. So that's the problem. The problem is like you have no way of understanding it, and that person is abusing your lack of knowledge and your lack of understanding. Your
this is stuff that we already covered.
Doctor Who, Ed
I'm done
Viper
with
is
this.
a bigger YouTuber than me. He has a bigger YouTube channel than I do. The guys that are fucking yelling about me and about others are not actually tiny fucking people. But the comparison, back to the comparison I was talking about. I tackle it head on. I yell.
Well, okay, here's the thing. So a lot of people who are big on YouTube, because he's saying that, oh, it's the only people who are tiny who aren't yelling at me. Yeah, if they're really tiny, any coverage by a big streamer, it's a big deal. Even if they don't share links or anything like that, still big deal. But if they're like a bigger streamer, of course they get angry because you're stealing content. Because bigger YouTube channels have to put in so much work just to make ends meet, and sometimes make more, of course. But someone like Hassan probably doesn't understand that because he makes all of his revenue off of Twitch by doing it. He doesn't do subpar commentary, because definitely he's made commentary that's worth something. Because I haven't seen much of his channel, but I assure you he probably has reasonable content. But the amount of effort that you put into a YouTube video with the editing and re-editing and scripting, I assure you is a lot more work than he's giving it. Like, he's not giving as much credit to YouTubers, how much work YouTubers have to do in order to make the same amount that he does.
Tell about it. I'd never fucking cave. I never give in, and that probably makes me seem like a dickhead or a douchebag to the people that are not super aware of the issue, or the people that are looking at it and going, yeah, it is kind of fucked up. This person's making some good points. Why is this guy yelling?
I mean, that is what the whole situation is. He's right. And because he's way too stubborn to actually admit he's wrong, but in the correct way. Because there's a correct way to admit you're wrong and a incorrect way. I've brought this up many times in previous sections, but it's ouch, you stabbed me. How dare you? And then the person goes, oh, I'm sorry, I won't stab you anymore. But you see, the problem is they're still going to stab people, just not you. It's a lack of awareness of what he did wrong, mostly. He gives guys a bad name because it's literally what every meme about how guys don't understand women is the exact same thing that he's doing right here, where, oh, someone's mad at me. Why are they mad at me? Oh, they're mad at me for this random reason that has nothing to do with what they said. He gives clueless guys a bad name. Come on, Hassan. Just listen to what people are saying. That's the biggest takeaway from all these all this coverage that we've had so far. Just listen to people, please. Even children, no matter how ridiculous some things that children say, listen. They'll learn to listen to other people too. if you teach them that listening is something that is capable, is like a capable human trait, that you can listen to people. That was the worst sentence ever, but I think you know what I mean. If you are capable of listening to a child, that child will grow up to be an adult, hopefully, that will give you the same amount of charity in that regard. We'll listen to you in return. But let's
I
keep
guess
going.
he just doesn't know how to deal with criticism. And then there's the XQC way of dealing with it. Doing a video on a show is not stealing content, you clown.
Yeah, so they were saying that because Jay made a 5-hour video explaining why Doctor Who was bad, the most recent season. That it was the same thing that Hassan's doing, but that commenter's given some pushback. Let's see what happens.
Brother, that's just your point of view.
It's not his point of view. Oh my god.
It was a whole 1-hour video that boiled down to you should have asked to stream my content. Ironic, the house video was just Jay reacting to Google's content.
It was a whole 1 hour video. No, it was. If you are going to stream in in an abhorrent way, you should have asked. But if not, transform the content. If you're not going to ask, transform it. That's what Jay's whole video is. If you want to boil it down to a couple phrases. Although you should, once again, watch it. It's a very in-depth video. I wish he would have kept the section where he gives back the perfect background. Where is it? Right here. Previously on JXE. So this section right here. So if you need to find it, and when if you want to watch that section during Jay's video or before you watch Jay's video, you can watch this. It's at 2:24, 2 hours 24 minutes into this compilation on the Mueller channel. And it's a deleted scene from Jay's video. So you can watch the deleted scene first, and then you can watch Jay's video, and you'll see what I mean when I say he's very in-depth. And this section right here is important because it gives background that I think it gives a really good summary of what happened initially. Because Jay does go in depth in it, but it makes the video drone on a lot, and that with people with very short attention spans, or people who are trying to defend Hassan immediately, will just swing by that really, really fast and just in one ear out the other. Okay, let's go.
Well, I already fucking said he's right about that, and I apologize for it a year ago. So that's fucking crazy that he's still making videos about it when we agree supposedly on the issue.
No, what he... Okay, I'm not going to say this again. Just watch the first part of my video again. Watch the first part of this section. You'll see what I mean. I've already said many times. Hassan doesn't understand the point that Jay made, and he's responding to a straw man of it.
So for those of you who think that that's like actually fucking totally in good faith, I don't know what to tell you, man. They're correct if they're like, I don't want you to react to my videos.
Which is kind of a weird response to a comment in which I actively tell him I'm fine with him reacting to my content.
And here we go. Wait, am I covering it? I'm covering it a little bit. Okay, let me read it again. I'll read it because I don't think this was in the previous section. So Hassan, if you see this, I'm happy for you to react to my videos if proper credit is given. However, please don't just let them play as filler, sitting there and saying very little and just having lunch. Or leaving the room, like, come on, man. I'm fine. So the video, this comment where I'm covering it is, I'm fine with React content. It just requires a substantive or significant reaction proper credit. Oh, that's it. Proper credit. So that's why he's saying it's a weird response to say that, oh, if you don't want me to watch your stuff, that's fine. He says he's fine with people reacting to it as long as they give a significant
weird
reaction.
Response to a comment in which I actively tell him I'm fine with him reacting to my content.
Hassan, if you see this, I'm happy for you to react to my videos. Come on, holy fuck! Like, how many times? Hassan, you got up from your chair one time, so now all the content you ever made is chair? Yeah, I know. That's like the really weird part.
Because it's not even about all content is chair. If the content is someone else's video and just chair, if you think that's fine, then it would be perfectly legal for me to do a full channel devoted to restreaming your streams and just putting my chair in the video. Or putting a picture of a chair in the corner. That's the equivalent of what's happening at that point. Because I know I guess that actually would be a, what are they called? The debate words. A fallacy. That would be a fallacious argument though from me, because I think it's argued from extremism, where you take someone's point and push it to the extreme and then say that's bad. Because I did say do an entire restream of your stuff with chair, but all I'm saying is it seems like that's stuff he would be okay with based on his reaction to people being mad about it. There's more. I feel like these edits were already here.
And when those reactors are gone,
You seriously can't be defending React content? Of course I am. Of course I am. What is this, 2016 YouTube? Seriously can't be defending React content? Of course I am. Of course I am.
You removed it?
What is this, 2016 YouTube, dumbass? Everybody does it and it's fucking good. Like, you enjoy it. You're literally here watching me react to Charlie's content.
Wait. Okay, I'm just getting fixated on this comment. Yeah, you guys can see it. This comment right here. Seriously? That's not a great point. Who in their right mind would ever think that that's a great point? If your entire content revolves around negativity, it's probably dog poop. You kidding me? You could be as negative as you want. Your content could still be really good. They're conflating two descriptors. It's because I'll use a fun fact. If you are, so the genes for red hair and freckles are very closely related. So if you have red hair, you will very, very, very likely have freckles. And it seems like, I guess Pokemon in this situation, her point about entire covenant revolving around negativity, it's not good. She's conflating those two, much like how we conflate red hair and freckles. Because red hair and freckles is properly conflated because they're very closely related. But in this situation, she's just saying it. She's just saying it because she says probably dog poo. On what measurement? On what medium? Ah. I mean, come on. And I assure you there are very few channels that are completely around negativity. Even JX's channel, which is a lot of critical videos, some of them will be very positive. Quite a few. As well as the channel I Hate Everything even has some positive critiques. So I don't get it. This comment is just freaking me out. This is not even response to Hassan. Pokemon. Rethink your argument. This is stupid. If you believe this, then you need to look at some of the content. because I'll say that I think about that same way about a lot of reality TV. Is I don't like it because it's super toxic or just frustrating to watch, because people being just acting in a frustrating way. But that's mostly because I don't watch it. But all the stuff that I do see of it is super just draining. Because usually you want to watch content to boost you up, right? But in the case of reality TV shows, for me, it's very draining. So I could see Pokemon's point there. But there's always some positive. You can't say it's probably dog poo. It's more like it's probably very draining. Because the content can still be good if it's negative. For all I know, Real Housewives of Orange County, great show. I don't know. It just drains me every time I walk into the room and my mom is watching it. It's super irritating to see on the screen when everybody's just arguing about petty trash. Just talk, because all of that stuff just reminds me of the whole just talk to each other. Understand, listen to people, please.
Content. Like, that's so stupid, man. It's so
Wait, I'm just gonna go through the comment section because there's a lot of highlighted comments. Bought the house. We've been repeating the same week of stun locks over and over. These trolls really
stupid. You're like, they make it seem like this is completely undefensible, like indefensible.
Thank you for correcting yourself. Did you even read all 14 pages of this highly valuable thesis that will contribute to American literature for generations to come? That's a little mean, and I know he's probably referring to not Jay, but to the Dark Viper, because Dark Viper did make quite the essay, but a lot of the points in Dark Viper's essay are a little mean, a little contentious. Like, you could argue them, while Jay's are kind of hard to argue, because all you could really debate with Jay is to what extent do you need to react in order for it to be considered transformative? And that's the mini debate I had with one of my viewers. I think around this section, because we were talking about why it's not okay to do this type of stuff, and they asked me, "Oh, to what extent?" And all I could say to that was, well, at that point you should know yourself, like, would you feel good if you were just sitting there at your clock-in job and getting paid for doing nothing? Like, I feel bad taking 10-minute breaks on the clock, because they allow a 10-minute break on the clock at most American establishments. So it doesn't make me feel good to do that type of stuff, even though it's completely allowed. So I can't imagine doing that for an hour. Because I know he says he only does it for 15 minutes. Sometimes it's less. But I can assure you, if you're taking multiple breaks, it'll add up to an hour. And if not, good for him. I'm proud of him for staying in his chair, talking, and making money. But don't complain that people don't like that you steal their stuff. It's theft. Just putting it out there. Especially if you're just eating while it's happening. Because I think that's something that the person I was debating with didn't understand, is because one of their favorite streamers did that type of stuff, it was fine to them. But what people need to understand is that the reason it's popular is because it's done by popular streamers. Like, the reason that people will eat and then play YouTube videos is because it's popular. and it's popular because of popular streamers doing it. But often you can find videos that are made specifically for that purpose. Like a lot of videos will be very informative videos that you want people to watch in that way. They're not really made to make money. But in terms of Jay's video, it's more like Jay's house tour video is more of like a comedy thing. And you're entirely getting rid of the effect of the comedy by showing it once to 40k viewers, and then a lot of them won't ever see it again, or would have never found it now because they don't really need to.
Fucking weird.
Other
Donkey's
channels.
video about the house was much better, and he played his too. Where's his hour? Just saying things
I
like,
don't
I guess Hassan
care.
just gets up and lets a video play for an hour, etc. Clearly not getting that the chair is a meme. Yeah, I know.
It doesn't matter if the chair's a meme if you consistently do it every stream. That's because, once again, streamers using memes to bat off criticism. Because even EFAP to this point has done it, where they say long man bad.
That's what's frustrating.
Just consistently, even if it's not a long man bad argument. Because the whole meme concept behind long man bad is a lot of people will say that because a review is longer than the movie, it means it's not good. It means it's nitpicky. So that's why it became a meme, because a lot of people in the early days of EFAP would make those comments. But it's now, it seems like it's used in that way, where people will just say long man bad immediately. Well, at least people in the chat. Most of EFAP won't jump the gun on that very, very quick. Why do I say it like that? I've said the same thing in 3 different ways in a single sentence. I need to get some sleep, man. Yeah, like I said, EFAP, Mahler, Rags, and Fringy, the hosts of EFAP, they don't usually jump the gun on that. But I've at least seen it happen on one occasion. I can't cite it, so if they see this, sorry, I can't tell you exactly when. But I recall a time where someone has said long man bad to a comment that wasn't about long man bad. Just saying. Or if it wasn't those 3, it was one of their guests. So I will not put it all on the hosts. Once again, don't attack me, please.
Like, this has staying power, okay? It's like fucking when you have like psychopathic delusion.
This has staying power, yes. A lot of things have staying power. Exactly like how PewDiePie is still called a Nazi, and EFAP is still called a Nazi incel channel. It happens because people will just get it in their head from a channel that doesn't have any of the facts correct. It makes it all wrong, but at least with Jay, he put a lot of effort into making sure that it didn't seem like Hassan was all bad. It just showed Hassan's immediate reaction to everything and all the reactions thereafter. And this is the most recent reaction that Jay couldn't get because it was made after Jay released his video. But yeah, misinformation has staying power, especially if a lot of people spread it.
Routinely leaving, just like playing a video and then walking the fuck away. That is so.
How do you feel good? How do you? Oh my god. Ow. My acne's hurting me. Sorry. But how do you feel good doing that? Eating a full meal while someone else's video plays. Why don't you play some of your own content? I mean, we've covered this a lot, but I'm just appalled by a lot of it. Ow, my eye. What's in my eye?
Delusional. Just watch for yourself, dude. Just watch. That's all I.
Oh, and if anybody from the Hassan crowd ever sees this, probably won't. I'm too small to ever get noticed like that. Don't just give my channel to him. He's just gonna beat up on me. Please. I mean, it'd be funny, because then I could see people's reactions to Hassan saying that type of stuff about my channel, but I don't need that type of attention. I don't need that type of heat with a 3 or a 2 average viewer stream. If you didn't know, that's my general average is 2. Sucks, but it's fine. At least when I post these on YouTube, I get more opportunities to spread it. Because people need to hear the word of Willow.
Urge you to do, okay? I'm sure there are at least 100 people that came in here earlier today to be like, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him good. I'm gonna fucking notice. I'm gonna see for my own with my own 2 eyes that this motherfucker just, you know, plays a video and then walks away all day. That's all he does. I hope if you're one of those 100 people that came in here with that POV that
we've already seen this. Sorry,
that you in your.
It's true. I'm not gonna lie. Your chair is super nice.
You
oh
know.
Come on! All of the comments I can't really see.
I do. I just sit around and let my chair do the reacting. That's why so many people are fucking saying that.
Oh. Yeah, so this is just another
Hassan
clip
is
of
an
it.
accomplished creator who almost certainly knows better than to oh, he left. Okay, so it actually turns out that Hassan will just fairly regularly get up and leave while other people's videos are playing. This isn't what I'm here to prove in this video, this is just a fact. This is something he does.
You could make a compilation of me sitting around, not even on camera, with a fucking video playing in the background. You could, when you're live for 13 hours a fucking day, of course there's gonna be fucking dead space.
You know, the dead space shouldn't be filled with somebody else's stuff. That's the issue.
But it's not the leaving in and of itself that is the issue. The same issue would be.
So I'm guessing the reason this is here is because I've already covered all of this, and a lot of the points that I've said before apply to this, but it's generally that.
Present if he was just sat there not saying anything like Jinx was. The getting up and leaving for extended periods of time just goes to show that he doesn't give a shit about even pretending that he's controlling.
So it's bringing up what Hassan said, which is, where is it?
That's all I do. I just sit around and let my chair do the reacting. That's why so many people are fucking saying that.
So he's saying, well, from a commenter, again, all these streamers take too much stock in their comment section. At least with how the evidence from their comment section holds up. So the evidence that Hassan has that Jay has done this is the commenter said, oh yeah, he just says you sit around all day, and then immediately.
Hassan is an accomplished creator who almost certainly knows better than to oh, he left. Okay, so it actually turns out that Hassan will just fairly regularly get up and leave while other people's videos are playing. This isn't what I'm here to prove in this video, this is just a fact. This is something he does.
You could make a compilation.
Yeah, it's something that he does, because we have evidence for
In and of
it.
itself that is the issue. The same issue would be present if he was just sat there not saying anything like Jinx was. The getting up and leaving for extended periods of time just goes to show that he doesn't give a shit about even pretending that he's contributing anything here. But even when he's in the room, he's no stranger to just streaming other people's content with his own face in the corner. Now, any content creator he does this to could be entirely okay with it, but I know from personal experience that he
So this is just another retread of some other stuff, but you see what I mean. It's the part of the video that immediately contradicts what the commenter said as evidence.
Definitely
Because it's not saying that he only does this, it's that when he does this at least one or two times. I'm pretty sure he'll go to the bathroom more than one or two times, but he'll do this. He'll play videos whenever he gets up, which is what Jay's saying.
doesn't bother.
He doesn't care that he's getting up from the chair.
To check. Now, this certainly isn't the only thing he does. Hell,
Yeah, this isn't the only thing he does.
it's not even the only kind of reaction content that he does, but it is something that he does pretty often.
Yes. So he's specifically saying that's not all you do, all Hassan does, but because the commenter said that Jay said that that's all he does, now Hassan believes that Jay said that about him. It's another case of commenters just spreading more misinformation. Love you guys.
So, let's talk about it.
He said that that's all I do. I just sit around and let my chair do the reacting. That's why so many people are fucking saying that.
This certainly isn't the only thing he does. Hell, it's not even the only kind of reaction content that he does.
Yeah, so Mauler, we didn't need the whole clip. We just needed that right there. That was perfect. Is him saying it, and then immediately, this isn't the only type of
By the
content
way,
he
I've
does.
ironically never watched this dude's videos, and I will refuse to watch his videos because the original video that he made is about how I shouldn't watch his videos, and I know that he wants me to watch his videos on stream, but
Wait, let's listen to what he said right there.
dude's videos, and I will refuse to watch
I'm gonna slow it down just so everybody can hear every word he says.
videos because the original video that he made is
The original video he made
about how I shouldn't watch his videos.
is about how I shouldn't watch his videos. In what way? Because I believe he's referencing the stream that he made where he says, "Hey, buddy, not okay." Or Jay did the parody stream. But you see what I mean, though. He's just not getting it. That's not what Jay said. Jay never said, "Don't watch my videos." It's you can watch them if you actually transform it. Hassan just thinks of that as I don't want you to watch my videos because he just doesn't want to do that work.
And I know that he wants me to watch his videos on stream, but
No, I would, once again, I said this in the previous section, I would love it if he would just watch it off stream and then take a look at what Jay said in an honest, and actually listen to what he said.
I don't know if he actually said that. I don't know if he actually said that or not, but what I can tell you is this. His fan base absolutely thinks that, which is pretty funny because, again, other YouTube content creators have quite literally made jokes about...
about how much he pauses, but that's during other type of react content, which is political react content. But to other types of content, he doesn't. That's the thing. He should stick to his wheelhouse. He's not that good at politics because he's not very well researched. But, okay, I don't know if he actually is because I don't. Scratch that from a record. I never said it. Sorry. I didn't mean to say that he wasn't researched. He's just not the best debater. So, let's continue. But he's not the best debater. Leave it at that. Stick to politics where you thrive, mister. That's how he got his start. That's how he should stick to it.
Other content creators have quite literally made jokes, like Casually Explained, have quite literally made jokes. They tweet something about you truly every hour, truly unhinged. Jesus fucking Christ. I just saw one of them on Twitter say, just say that you're staying on your chair because of this. Now he did good. Dog, I literally gained like 25 to 30 for 8 hours. Video watch because people aren't capable of finding the video themselves and react harder. Yeah.
I mean, you should probably link the video. It's more of a courtesy thing, because you usually will show the title of the channel, but in Jay's case, he didn't have even the title on for more than seconds. And on an hours long stream in the VOD, no one's ever going to go back to find that 15-minute section of the 8-hour VOD.
It's really stupid.
That's poisoning the well, as he says.
Dark Viper.
Wait.
Bad people, so I mean...
His video boils down to link every video watch because people aren't capable of finding the video themselves and react harder. Yeah, it's really stupid.
That's poisoning the well, as he says.
So, that was... I think that was Mahler's edit, because if it wasn't, that would be perfectly timed Twitch moments. But it's an example of poisoning the well, so it's diluting the point, I'm pretty sure. You can look it up. Let's look up the definition of poisoning the well. Poisoning the well. What does poisoning the well mean? An ad hominem, a type of ad hominem, okay. In a position in which he or she is unable to reply. Wait, that's very specific. To commit a preemptive ad hominem attack against an opponent. That is, to prime the audience. Oh, it's a priming. It's a priming method. Sorry, I just wanted to know my terms.
Dark Viper is the bad faith version of that Jay's video was about. Jay's video was fucking bad too, man. Like, Jay never said you always do that. I got fat for you. His entire fucking fan base thinks I do that. So I don't know what to tell you about that.
This certainly isn't the
They only think you do that because you're so stubborn and won't admit you're wrong. In the correct way. Sorry, admit you're wrong for the right thing. Once again, saying I won't stab you anymore is not the best way of apologizing.
thing he does. Hell,
and changing as a person.
it's not even the only kind of reaction content that he does.
That's all the criticism I hear. Non-fucking stop. Every single one of these motherfuckers are like, dude, you literally fucking don't actually. All you do is just like sit around and you don't do anything. You fucking play a video and you move on.
I guess subconsciously,
He
the way
literally
I
said that I had to stop watching the video, Lamau. Yeah, I mean, dude, fans, fuck. I basically said it twice. Yeah, basically, I mean, I only watched a part, but that's what they said with more words, basically. Yeah, I know.
Oh, commenters, just... He's listening to people with high school educations. That's all I can think of. But no, he has a college education. Okay, I'm being mean to people without educations. You can learn a lot just from listening to people and with experience, so I feel bad for saying that. It's someone who just doesn't know how to listen. We'll say that. He has cultivated an audience of people who just don't know how to listen.
Oh, but their fans are not going to see that.
This certainly isn't the only thing he does. Hell, it's not even the only kind of reaction content that he does.
People fucking freaked out over MasterChef. I got hit with a fake DMCA.
We already had this part.
Week at Dub.
I don't care.
They were, but fucking has gotten on to me cookies right now. We subs. That's the reason why I'm making that means consenting, except for.
No, we already saw that part. Okay, here's the next section. So, I'm not going to stop stream now. I'm going to try to finish it quickly. It's 23 minutes. Not too bad. And then I'm going to have lunch, go to chiropractor, and get to my activity.
Hassan Piker posed after the Nikki drama. It really showed that not only are you willing to admit when you're wrong, but also willing to be empathetic to those who engage with good faith criticism. Yeah, exactly. If it's someone in my fan base, if someone is coming at it like by even recognizing that they're being emotional about their criticism or anger, I literally fucking I still will apologize. I don't want to harm someone. I don't want to hurt someone's feelings.
I don't want to harm someone. I don't want to hurt their feelings even if they're coming at me with an emotional criticism.
That's not who I am. That's not That's not what I do at all. Yo, that's my art on your shirt. It was stolen by boss, so I haven't gotten any.
Oh, so this was a controversy a long time ago. So, he wore a shirt, or he bought. So okay, I'll give you the better situation. So we're gonna say Live Buggy because that's the person that's saying this. Live Buggy is an artist who made their own art for a shirt, right? And someone literally copied it and then sold it on their own website. And Hassan bought it from that website instead of the art directly from the artist. So this is what they're saying right here. And then here's how Hassan reacts to it.
Sucked a lot because I'm a very small artist. I tweeted it if you want to share. Here you go. Liv, this is wonderful. I love this art.
Wait. Yeah, here's the. You can see the comment right there. Pay them. Because wouldn't you, if you were a rich person and you found out that someone was stealing the thing that you bought, so you bought the stolen thing, wouldn't you want to compensate the person who got stolen from? Because it feels like it feels a little bit bad, right? You'd have that emotional part of your brain that connects with somebody's hardship. But no.
Pay them? Dude, what the fuck? Paid with exposure. Chat.
You can't eat exposure. You can't drink exposure. You can't pay bills with exposure. Big thing.
I didn't fucking steal this person's art. Why are you guys yelling at me, dude? Dude, what the fuck? Paid with
Yeah, using my... then it's Liv making the tweet. Using my exposure to buy grocery, yeah.
Exposure.
Thank you, Liv.
Said, eating that exposure.
Oh, yeah. Just gobbling it up.
I don't want to hurt someone's feelings.
See, whenever I'm hungry for during one of my Elden Ring streams, I should just ask people to give me exposure so I can eat during my stream. Be great. During my my boss runs.
That's not who I am. That's not what I do at all. Show their fucking channel name, dude. It's not a big deal. No shit, dumbass. What kind of a fucking baboon are you? Bungus. Like, do you think I disagree with that?
Yeah, it's just repeating the thing that Hassan said where he says, "Oh, I never try to hurt people's feelings and stuff like that," and then putting contrary evidence immediately after.
Do you? Oh,
over
God,
and over.
I fucking despise these dipshits, dude.
I seek it out now.
Yo, I swear to God, dude. I swear to fucking God.
Is it wearing the same shirt there?
Yo,
oh, he is.
I swear to God, dude.
Awesome.
I swear to fucking God. Like, just such a fucking dingus, dude. Just show their channel name, dumbass. How is that so fucking hard? Like, what is this attitude that you have? You stupid fuck.
Because the problem with the way he's reacting to that is because he agrees. He agrees that you should show their channel name. But he gets mad because someone said, "Oh, just show the channel name. It's not that big of a deal." Yeah, it isn't a big a deal. That's why he shouldn't be reacting the way he is. I don't know what he's so angry about in that situation. If he had the chance to tell me why he was angry in that situation, I would listen because I have no idea based on what was said previously and then what was said in that comment. His whole demeanor just completely changed when he saw that comment. I don't know what was wrong.
I don't want to harm someone. I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. That's not who I am. That's not what I do at all. Why did you say retail workers hate their lives? Yes, I said retail workers. Why did you say retail workers hate their lives? As fuck, man. I worked in retail, but my life was worth living. Okay, I'm just gonna ban you, dude. Okay. I think you need to cool off a little bit.
That's just another example of something that's happened with Hassan before. So on a stream, because he's a very political streamer and he talks about class and working class and stuff like that. And I don't know the exact quote, but I think it was an implication that retail workers hate their lives, and someone just said, "Well, why would you say that? That upsets me. My life is worth living," and then he just bans him. And that's like a tiny criticism. That's the most bare minimum criticism. Is, oh come on, man. That's not you're a bad person for saying that. It's, oh come on, man. I have a life worth living. Insane.
Go and
I'm trying to stop myself from saying I hate any of these three people, because I don't. I don't honestly hate. I just hate what their stances on this situation, because they don't know how to think about it critically. They know their emotional reaction because of the content that they do, because it's reacting to Hassan and the way he does content, and because they all three, or at least I know that Denims and Hassan do similar content. Their immediate reaction is, because it's attacking their livelihood, they're getting upset about it. So I can understand them, but I would never say I hate them. I just don't. I still dislike their stance on the topic, despite their point being ingrained in the fact that they are a part of that sphere of Twitch influence of React streamers.
Just go and live a life worth living outside. Okay, eat grass, dumbass.
I like the eat grass thing. I think it's pretty funny, but I've heard of some people having little clay pots and then putting dirt and then planting grass so they can touch grass while they play games. I find that humorous, quite humorous.
I just like.
I mean, the life worth living is away from Hassan's stream. Yeah, I guess.
I don't know if that guy deserved a ban, to be honest. Do you want one too, dude? Here you go. 22.
Yeah, there you go.
Month subscriber.
22-month subscriber.
That, okay, get fucked. I don't want to harm someone. I don't want.
Hassan just seems like he likes to dunk on people. What type of childhood did he have where he felt like he feels like now he has to dunk on people consistently? Because I don't want to imply anything, but no person enjoys dunking on people that hard unless they've been dunked on for a lot of their life. Or if they've just been taught that it's okay. Because it could be a culture thing, because I don't know where exactly he grew up. But I know that some cultures will be more upfront with things. Like in my mom's side is Costa Rican, and in Costa Rica they'll just straight up ask you, "Hey, why are you fat? You should lose some weight." They'll just straight up say it to you. So it could be a cultural thing where he just enjoys belittling people. Or it could just be an upbringing thing. Never know.
I want to hurt someone's feelings. That's not who I am. That's not what I do at all. You want one too, dude? Here you go. 22-month subscriber. Have fun with that, okay?
Oh, damn. He's gone to the evil side.
I've been doing this for a very long time. Like, I've never stopped doing this.
I seek it out now.
Mad streamer? Yeah, I am fucking mad. Here, take a week off, dipshit. Don't you think you went a little hard? You too, dude. Here you go. 28-month subscriber.
It's any amount of questioning. It isn't even criticism at that point. Or I guess it could be classified under criticism. But seriously? Banning someone for just saying, "Hey, don't you think you're a little hard on him?" Although I feel like I could get banned, or I could get fired for saying that to one of my supervisors at work, because I've been to a place where they'll be getting on a kid's case while I'm trying to talk to them, and I've only once done it, but where I've put my hand up and say, "Hey, I got this. It's fine." And she was a little put off by that, but because it's irritating to see people just go about things the worst way possible and think that they'll get the best result out of it.
Yujiya said, I've lost something super important and need to find it. Have a nice rest of your stream.
And you, I hope you find your thing that you've lost. Thank you for swinging by.
I don't want to harm someone. I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. That's not who I am. That's not what I do at all.
Yeah, so he even plays Charlie's video and does it. Why? Oh, he's watching the response video that Dark Viper made. Penguin Zero, or he's watching the Penguin Zero video in response to Dark Viper. Because I got a glimpse of Dark Viper's response to Penguin Zero's response to Dark Viper's essay. I've seen that, but I don't know what this is. Because he hasn't put it in the description. What? It just says drama response. That's the name of the video. How am I supposed to get anything from that? Am I supposed to type in the link manually?
Just because I don't cry about it and turn around and go, oh, me, look how much of a fucking victim I am. Like Dark Side Viper or whatever the fuck his name is and JX Machina doesn't change the reality that like you're fucking absolutely weaponizing your pretty sizable fan base. Okay, you're doing that. You're doing.
I don't know if Dark Viper weaponized a fan base, but Jay definitely did not. Definitely did not. Jay put a lot of effort into his video in making sure that Hassan wasn't completely a bad guy. I guess that's why he took out that section where he just says that Hassan's an idiot. Because I don't think he even insults Hassan at any point during his video. If he does, let me know, because I can't remember. But yeah, it's just... Jay has never weaponized against somebody.
Doing that same shit. Shut the fuck up. Be happy that I don't do the same back to you if we're being fucking real. At least I have some decency, okay? To like avoid your fucking shitty content for the most part.
It's a weird tactic. It's such a weird tactic to me because he chooses to say that like first he goes, oh, I don't like that you're doing this. What if I were to do it back to you? And your content's trash. It's just adding more. It's adding a threat into an insult. It's a lot of. Hassan's getting overly defensive. What it is. He's very defensive about who he is. And if people question that, and if someone's idea about anything questions how Hassan sees himself, it seems like he jumps on that. And I hope that if this was ever seen by anyone in the Hassan crowd, once again, I don't want him to see it. Because I'm not as well spoken as Jay. Jay put a lot more effort into his video. I'm just sitting here listening to words that are said on the screen and trying to react in real time. That's why there can be some dead space. It's because I'm trying to make sure I don't sound like an idiot. But I think his points are way more well put than mine could possibly be. I feel like I only have input if you've already watched the J series. The J video. So, well, it's not that mine only has worth if you've watched the J video. It's more of what I say means more if you understand Jay's points first. So do with that information what you will.
If you had your mods link the videos that you watch, this would all blow over. You're so fucking wrong because they do already. And I literally mention it in the chat when I watch videos all the time, except for that one instance where I was fucking cooking and I fucked up and I admitted that I fucked up.
That's the first time he's ever said that he messed up with the sharing part of that. That's the first acknowledgement that he messed up with sharing Jay's content. Is all that he said ever since the whole thing happened, before this point at least. All that he said is, oh, if you don't want me to watch your stuff, I won't watch your stuff. That's all that Hassan has ever said in response to Jay. So I'm glad that he at least has some acknowledgement, and it makes me just think that he's probably doubling down to entertain audience rather than the way he actually feels. If he actually feels the way he does about the situation, I have to have a word with him. But just, once again, very irritating to listen to.
But you're still talking about it because you're a fucking idiot!
From my perspective, this is not a good look. It just seems like the person's really mad.
If that was the case, then you would have shut the fuck up. You never.
He keeps on putting. So Mahler keeps on putting. There's a clip here, somewhere here, where Irrelevant says that in response to Jay's video, when Jay's video is not like that at all. So Mahler keeps on putting it on top of Hassan clips because Hassan yells a lot.
Would have had that criticism. You literally never would have had that criticism. My mods actually fucking spam links whenever we have people on the stream. My mods actually fucking spam YouTube videos when people ask for what the YouTube video is. I spam the YouTube videos. I show the YouTube videos. I give props to the fucking content creator. A lot of the content creators I watch, if not nearly all of them, are friends of mine, or at least in the fucking circle of content creators I'm familiar
Well, he's saying that, and then Jay wasn't.
with, that I know would not have a hard time or a problem with me watching their shit. Some of the content creators that I watch without consent come into the chat while I'm watching their shit and go, "That's awesome. Thank you so much for watching my shit." Okay?
Oh yeah, watching it. I think the problem that Jay had was that it was a chair. Because I think Jay specifically went into the stream to check it out and saw just a chair. That's why he was mostly disappointed.
Not only that, Philip DeFranco is another great example of this. Philip DeFranco will add me to farm fucking engagement, will add me on to clickbait titles with me, knowing full well that I will fucking pause his videos, will literally fucking make jokes about how much I pause his videos. Same with Casually Explained. So many people
pause his videos. So that's the thing. He's saying that how much I pause on those videos. But in Jay's case and a lot of the other ones where he's walking away, he won't pause it because he's not there. Not there to pause it and make comments. He's just away, letting someone else entertain their audience.
in the YouTube sphere has made jokes about how much I fucking pause videos and how much context I add on the bullshit. I'm doing it right now. This is a 30-minute video from my friend Charlie, who made a video, right? 30 fucking minute video. I've been talking about this for an hour. I do this every fucking day. So it's additionally ridiculous that like people who have clearly never watched a fucking video,
they all enjoy the bump they get from us watching next.
if this is about not linking the URL and the video title on stream nonstop, just put it in the YouTube search bar, Lamar. Yeah, exactly. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, so that's where the comment is stupid, where they're saying that, oh, just look at the YouTube search bar. It's the problem with how he frames everything, because he's framing. You can see it in his channel right here. At the bottom, you can't see the title. You can only see the title when he pauses. So if he's leaving to do something else, he doesn't pause. So you never get to see the name of the video, except for when he first turned it on or turns it off immediately. Because I think he's in theater mode. Let me see. Can I switch the mode? Or I guess he's just in full screen. Is he? Theater mode? Nope. Mini player? Nope. Oh no.
Shit, it's just totally.
Expand. Alt view. How does he get it like that? Because I still get, look, I still get the name of the channel or the name of the video here. I don't get it. I don't know how he's framing it in a way that perfectly cuts out the name of the channel of the video he's watching, because it's not full screen, because you can see all of the stuff up top.
Bullshit. It's total nonsense.
If he really wanted to get rid of all of that, all the problems with linking and stuff like that, all he would need to do is just change how he frames it. I don't know how he does this. I'm assuming it's this. I'm assuming it's full screen, but in a slightly different way. I can't think of how I would do this. Yeah, there's nothing I can fix to do. Hassan, figure it out. Figure it out. It'll make your life so much easier. You were doing this for 10 years, haven't you? You should know how to do it correctly. Keep the name of the video available.
Nonsense. It's people trying to make it's yeah, I mean, here, look at this. 24-minute Jubilee video triggers Hassan Abi for 2 hours. Liberal teens versus conservative parrots. Really? You think I just sit there? You think it's just what is it? You think it's like 24 hours in a loop? I'm not mad at this guy at all. I'm mad at the fucking dudes that have been like trying to create a non-issue. And the unfortunate reality is, like, here's the secret sauce, okay? Here's the secret sauce.
What is the secret sauce, Hassan? Because everything you've said has been pretty trash so far. I was trying to think of a good word to say, but I could only say trash.
You make a big deal, you make a big stink out of a thing that is otherwise a complete non-issue. The moment that other content creators, like larger content creators, react to it, okay, that's when it becomes an issue. It's like the DMCA shit. Everyone's still watching DMCA-able content, but everyone shut the fuck up about it. How did that happen? How did that happen? Why did everybody shut the fuck up about it? It was the grossest violation. Motherfuckers were acting like they were IP lawyers on the internet, on Reddit.
Yeah, they shut up about it because they still want to take advantage of it themselves. And maybe because DMCA people aren't gonna DMCA the Twitch streamers. Because usually you get backlash for that.
Why is no one talking about it anymore? Because no one gives a fuck.
No, they care. It's just about how people see you. Because like I said, Nintendo's been getting a lot of heat for taking all their music off of anything. Like they take their music away from everywhere. They don't let you listen to it on YouTube at all. There are a lot of channels that have completely died because they couldn't get all of the music somewhere else in time. Just be worried. Be worried, Twitch, about DMCA-able content. You will get DMCA'd and you'll make it so everybody else has to suffer too.
Hot tubs. Hot tubs were the worst thing that's ever happened. It's just whatever the fuck is in front of you, okay? Whatever the fuck is in front of your eyes, that's it.
I'll put that in a more... Oh, I said more better. I feel so horrible. Okay, I'll put that in a better way. Because I was about to say more succinct, but I don't think that's the correct word for it. There's a bias for... Because I talked about priming, right? With poisoning the well. So, but priming is a concept of just, if you're reminded of something and then you go do something, you're more likely to notice it. I think, although priming is usually used in tests. So if you were to do like a game of some sort, you could prime someone to do better in the game by, I don't know, having them think of stuff beforehand. Or think of similar things beforehand. So it's like a word association test where you give them a word and then they have to come up with all the words that come to mind with that word. If you already had another word that was similar in your head beforehand from a priming situation, that task will be a lot easier for you to complete because you'll have way more words that are close to it on your mind. So yeah, he's right here.
In front of you, okay? Whatever the fuck is in front of your eyes.
Yeah, you focus on whatever has been primed. So it's whatever you're able to put your attention on. So that's if you're preempted to engage with that type of content, you will engage with that type of content. And that's why I've been trying to expand my surroundings into other YouTube, because I'm doing it myself now. I get sometimes I get a little less out of some people's critiques. Like if you know the channel Your Movie Sucks on YouTube, his long form content pretty good. It's good stuff. Really good stuff. I don't really have any critiques about it besides some of the things are more interpretable rather than concrete, as he puts it. Because he has a lot of music stuff, and I can say that there's a lot more to it than that. There's a lot more to music than Your Movie Sucks put. Because he puts a really big emphasis on how music has changed for instance, the Lion King remake, and how much worse it is. And some of the things that he puts as criticisms are more interpretive rather than concrete. That's why I'm trying to prime myself away from that type of content, especially not from long form content, but I can look critically at content that is looking critically at other content now, or I try to, because when I watch Your Movie Sucks short form content, so the 10-minute reviews or the 5-minute reviews, they're really bad. They're not good. I don't know why he even bothers to make those. They're useless. A lot of what he says is completely useless. Because that almost seems like a hate farm. It's low. I would say it's low effort. I'm sorry to say, but it seems like low effort content, because I've seen him do high effort content, and I see what he's capable of. And then when I saw some of his lower effort stuff, I was like, oh, okay, that's noticeably low effort. Yeah, sorry for the tangent on priming and my personal experience with priming myself. Yeah.
That's it. And now it's become a fucking issue, even though it's not a real issue at all, because, like I said, the people that most people are reacting to actually appreciate it. The people that are watching the reaction content appreciate it. And that's it.
But absolutely, I took a peanut butter and LE sandwich on a lot of what I...
See, I'm not sure if he even has headphones on, because if he had headphones on, I could understand him walking around. Because you could hear something go, oh, pause. Here's what I have to say about this. But just walking around, especially if you're walking out of the room, you're not going to hear everything that Charlie says, so you're not going to be able to respond properly.
And he did not. Like, the fucking thing...
LE sandwich on a lot of
No, he
what
didn't. He did not. Like, the fucking things that he quote-unquote took an L on are ridiculous, dude. I don't know. I can't tell if Charlie's doing this because he's like the nicest person ever, or if he's doing it to come across more reasonable and like you gotta fucking cave a little bit. You gotta like make it seem like the other side your interlocutors made some good points, specifically so that you can like win over their audience or make their audience more receptive.
So the sucky thing about what Hassan is saying is that things can have bad things and good things mixed in. He's taking it as if one thing's bad, it means all of it's bad. Because he can't fathom that Charlie would consider some parts good of either Jay or Dark Viper's coverages of React content. So it's a depressing state of affairs to look at how Hassan reacts to this type of stuff, because he just doesn't believe it. He sees things as completely bad or completely good, and I think he just needs to see a movie and realize that, or see a movie that he's conflicted on, and then realize that you can be conflicted on many things. Because I know it's a thing that with it sounds like religion almost. I know I don't talk about this type of stuff, but it almost sounds like a religious dogma, where if you criticize any part of religion, you're considered a defector of some sort. I think it's more closely related to cults actually, but it's any deviation or criticism from the original is considered a betrayal. So even if you've accepted 95% of all dogma that you've been given, you're still considered an enemy if you only take 5% of what, if you disobey 5% of it. It's I feel sad. That actually just makes me feel sad, because Hassan, I don't know if he's religious or not, but he's treating arguments like religion treats criticism. He's treating criticism. He is the religious leader being criticized, much like religion would be criticized, and then completely outcasting them. My goodness.
I don't know. I think my honest assumption here, or my honest take on this is that like he is way too charitable and way too nice to people who are very clearly trying to fuck.
I mean, why not be charitable though? Doesn't it make you feel good, at least a little bit, to take someone with a little bit of, take someone with a grain of salt, take someone's points with a grain of salt? Because I know I always say, oh, listen to what everybody's words are, but you see me, a lot of times when I make a claim about somebody, I'll make sure that I preface it by saying, hey, it's definitely not all of what they say, or I don't know if this is reflective of their character or not. All I know is that they've done it in this situation. There's a point to being charitable, and it's to treat others how you want to be treated. Wouldn't you want to be given some charity in something you've said? Because I can't give Hassan any charity in any of what he said, just because of how he's been treating other people. Because although I still try and give him some charity, and or what was the word he used?
He is way too charitable and
yeah, I try to be charitable with what Hassan says, despite having a hard time with it, because I wish to be considered. I wish to be viewed in the same way. I want to, not as Hassan, but I want someone to be charitable with what I say too. I don't want to be misinterpreted like that. That's why a lot of my social relationships are have a hard time maintaining, because I have to put so much energy into making sure that I don't seem like a crazy person. Or I try to make sure that I'm not considered a bad person, because I can explain why I view certain things the way I do. I won't bring any of them up here, but that's how it be. That's how it
way
be.
too nice to people who are very clearly trying to fucking farm off of his likeness, off of his clout, all of that.
You were once upon a time a decent content creator.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, dude, I'm losing my mind on behalf of Charlie. I'm gonna yell at him. Dude, he's so fucked up, this guy. Why is he so fucking nice? He watched his entire video and this guy's like saying you make shit content. You fucking clout goblin, dude.
Yeah, so it's another case of someone just taking offense on someone else's behalf. Because what Hassan should realize is that Charlie's taking the reason Hassan the, the reason Charlie doesn't get as much flack as Hassan does, even though they did a similar oopsie, is because Charlie is charitable. Just like Hassan was questioning, why are you being so charitable? I don't want to be considered a stubborn mule who disagrees with anybody who disagrees with me. Or who bans anybody who disagrees with me. Because that's what it seems like when you watch all these clips of Hassan, is it seems like he's just an unlikable human being if you never ever want to get in a conversation with, because if you say anything that contradicts what he says, you'll immediately get kicked out of the conversation. And he's doing this again to this guy just because he might look a little different or might not be up to Hassan's beauty standard. He starts throwing out insults.
What a fucking musty little freak, dude. Holy shit. Look at him in his like little fucking basement wearing his ugly ass tank top with his fucking hamburger meat.
See,
popping
exactly.
out. My lord, what a fucking sick freak, dude. Oh, your content fucking sucks. Shut the fuck up, dude. Are you fucking kidding me?
I want to hear his Australian accent first.
Oh, all of that.
You were once upon a time a decent content.
You're once upon a time a decent content creator. How do you have an How do you make an Australian accent like that?
Lord, what a ugly ass tank top with his fucking hamburger meat popping out. My lord, what a fucking sick.
Wait, where is it?
freak, dude.
Where is it?
Oh, your content fucking sucks.
Oh my god. He doesn't have a lot of audio retention
Shut
either.
the fuck
Doesn't...
up, dude. Are you
That could be Hassan's issue, actually. Because like I've said before, there's different ways of remembering things. Some people are better visual remembers, some people are better motion. They have better motion memory. Like I can tell directions based on the motions that I'm making rather than what streets I'm seeing. And so with Hassan, it seems like he just has bad audio retention. Like his auditory retention is lacking. I think he would need it'd be really hard for someone to do an accent if they had bad auditory retention, which I consider myself to have pretty bad auditory retention, but maybe I don't if we have bad Australian accents like that.
freak, dude. Oh, your content fucking sucks. Shut the fuck up, dude. Are you fucking kidding me?
Content
oh god
sucks.
Oh, it is so gross, dude. Holy shit. Why did you
What is
apologize?
It sounds like my 7th grade attempt at a really bad English accent. Because I was in a play where I had to be oh no, that was my 6th grade play. I did a 6th grade play where I made up all the characters, and it was supposed to be a hero's journey epic. And I played the main character because no one in my group wanted to play it. And I went, the only line I remember from that play is, "Boy, mother, I'm looking for a job today." Exactly in that accent, probably a lot higher pitched because I was in 6th grade. But yeah, that's the type of accent I was doing. That's exactly what Hassan sounds like he's doing. Gives you more evidence to my claim that he's stuck in middle and high school mentality. And I did that accent again in 7th grade when I was supposed to play an idiot prince, or not an idiot prince. I was supposed to play an idiot stand-in for the prince. So there we go. No, I was supposed to be the good-looking idiot prince. That's what they cast me as, which hurts a little bit. I was taller than everybody, and the but the actual prince and princess characters, because it's a weird one act where both sides of the marriage are afraid that the other person won't like their looks, so they have they have someone else stand in for them who's good looking, and I was one of those good looking stand-ins, but they're supposed to be both idiots too. So I don't know how I feel about that now. But I did that same thing. I did that same accent, the boy mother accent. And they allowed it. They didn't care. They thought it was funny. So, successful, kind of.
Oh my god.
And then I started branching into other forms of content that I just have a lot more fun doing.
Dude, I'm still mad. I'm still fucking angry. Oh my god. I can't, like... He is so gross, dude. He's so fucking gross. Who the fuck subscribes to this guy? Seriously. If you subscribe to this fucking basement-dwelling freak who's literally like, oh, your content fucking sucks now.
Oh, stop doing the Australian accent. That's just killing me.
The worst kind of fucking... That's the worst kind of fan. They're doing that.
Because I have relatives who live in New Zealand, so different accent. But I met plenty of people from Australia, and I heard plenty of people from Australia. Are you kidding me? That's a atrocious Australian accent. Because the only Australian accent, only bits of Australian accent I'm willing to do is saying Australia in an Australian accent, because it's easier for me. It's Australia and shrimp. Well, although shrimp is probably another New Zealand thing too. I might have been adopting that. Yeah, I have a lot of accents I try to do, but not all of them are very refined. So let's continue.
Exclusively so they can get one on you. Charlie is out of it, so prepare yourself to be the center of attention for the next 2 days for these two weirdos because he capitulated and you did not. Now you're going to be in the center of the shitstorm and I can't handle it. I'm just not going to fucking respond after this. I would have never watched that dude's video. I would have never watched anyone's video. I'm only watching Charlie's videos. If Charlie doesn't do another video on it, I just will not watch it and I will not respond to it. I'll just fucking ban and move on.
Yeah, there you go. And that's the biggest issue with this whole controversy is Hassan just wasn't willing to hear any of the arguments. He heard an unrefined version of the argument from Charlie's perspective. Because it was Charlie's response. So Charlie would probably focus on all the worst points, right? I'm sad.
And also the other guy, Jay, who both me and Charlie reacted to one fucking time. Unfortunately, and I'm so sorry that I did that. Like, I've apologized a year ago. And then said he was right a year ago.
Right about what, Hassan?
You know, that's
right about
ridiculous
what?
to continuously bring that up over and over again. It's not like I fucking
It's not
murdered someone.
ridiculous.
Chill out, dude. But you're still talking about it because you're a fucking idiot. Chill out, dude. Charlie liking the J video is weird. They spent a decent amount of time just shitting on you. I mean, dude, I asked Ludwig, and Ludwig said the same thing. He's like, dude, you just took fat L's on that one. Like, L after L after L. I didn't actually watch the video.
Yeah, so Ludwig, I don't like Ludwig. He's too good at everything. That's more of a jealousy thing. But even Ludwig, someone who's in like the upper echelon of streamers, can recognize that Hassan has taken a hit from it, but Hassan still won't watch it, despite someone in his own sphere telling him, "Hey, pretty bad."
Itself, I have no idea what the fuck's in it. Jay's video was fucking.
I mean, as in it's pretty bad, as in like, wow, dude, gotta change what you do, man. It's not okay.
Fucking bad too, man. Yeah, I didn't actually watch the video itself. I have no idea what the fuck's in it. Bad too, man.
So watch. This is the reason this edit's here.
The video
Listen.
itself, I have no idea what the fuck's in it. Jay's video was fucking bad too, man. Yeah.
Jay's video is bad
I
too.
didn't actually watch the video itself.
I didn't actually watch the video.
I
Good.
have no idea what the fuck's in it.
Good logic,
And
man.
like he probably presented it in a way that makes it seem like I'm a fucking huge villain. You know what I mean?
Probably presented it in a way that makes me seem like a huge villain.
And I get heated. I speak for 8 hours continuously, so it's probably very easy to like whip me up into a frenzy and then whip me up.
Well, if
into
you're
a frenzy
getting
and then
angry that often when you stream, and you're embarrassed about it, probably shouldn't be a streamer. Probably shouldn't be in the public eye if you're consistently doing that.
and like fucking turn it into a
If you really care about how people perceive you.
very good hit piece. So, you know, all these people agree with me in my perspective on these issues, and yet
For some reason I watch it, Charlie definitely all cover the same time back some
they
days.
probably still thought that it was like
The tired conversation, by their definition, like nightly TV news is react content.
you know, it looked
Yeah, nightly TV news is react content, but they react to it. They give you the facts or the facts and comment on it. Their commentary.
looked bad for me. Ludwig's a capitalist dumbass, though. I can't even watch that. Anyone knows? Wait, what? No, he's not stupid at all. What the fuck are you talking about? I love Ludwig.
Yeah, so he's
Fuck you. I assume there's like clip chimping and shit going on.
you see he's already defending his friends because he's willing to give them charity even though they told Hassan that he was taking some L's in the J video. So it also shows that he's not willing to give any charity. He's not charitable to anybody that he doesn't know. Which is all right, because some people don't trust like that, but I would honestly be willing to give someone more. I would be more charitable with someone whose history I know rather than someone whose history I don't.
I doubt that he ever fucking mentions that I apologize for it.
As soon as he found out that I didn't really appreciate his non-transformative reaction stream where he played my content, he apologized and made it clear that he wouldn't play any of my videos on his streams again.
Like, I assume there's like clip chimping and shit going on. I doubt that he ever fucking mentions that I apologize for it. And agree.
So I doubt that he mentions that I ever apologize for it in the clip that we just see. Mentions it.
With his perspective
Great.
that like you shouldn't watch people who don't want to be.
I'm sorry I'm spelling it out to people like they don't know, but I'm just reiterating just so people understand, because some of these edits happen a little fast.
Watched. They're correct if they're like, I don't want you to react to my videos.
Which is kind of a weird response to a comment in which I actively tell him I'm fine with him reacting to my content.
Hassan, if you see this, I'm happy for you to react to my videos. It doesn't. It's uncharitable, but the takeaway was react harder and shout out more. Yeah, I mean, that's fucking stupid. Like, I already do, and I will continue to do so. And the react harder thing is ridiculous. Like,
Not all from Dark Viper. I think JXE did a really great job with it, to be honest. But yeah, it's something
I
that
don't think JXE did a good job. I haven't.
Every time he says that, I'm freaking out because look, he's about to say he didn't see it.
Job with it, to be honest. But yeah, it's something.
I don't think JXE did a good job. I haven't seen that fucking video, but there's 0% chance that person
0%.
legitimately made themselves look charitable, other than just as an opportunity to make it seem as though this was actually regular charitable criticism, especially considering that person, one, got mad about me watching their video a year ago, okay? At the
Not a
time,
year.
I literally
Not a
immediately
year.
apologized and agreed with them, and then they tried to fucking immediately come on my show. They were like, let me out, let me on, and Hassan, stop talking about a video you didn't watch. It doesn't matter.
Stop talking about a video you didn't watch.
It to know that it's uncharitable, okay? Just take the L, LMAO. Exactly. This is the type of fucking idiot that comes in here as a consequence of this person fucking...
Well, I'm in disbelief. He doesn't realize how stupid he's being. I swear I try not to insult him for most of this coverage, but this is stupid. Like, smooth brain take at that point. To say that to not know why people would be on your case about not watching the video and then claiming that it's a bad video. Because you can't say because the only person that said it's bad, as far as I know, are people in his own chat and him. It's the only people. Because Charlie, Penguin Zero, Moist Critical, said that it was good. And that's the only person that I have any evidence of him so far of reacting to the video, like someone that he knows. And he doesn't know why people come into his chat to say, hey, watch the video. If you really think it's bad, watch it and you'll know it's not. Oh my god.
Still consistently fucking, farming engagements, like hate engagements, okay? It's really fucking gross. It's really disgusting. One, not only did I fucking apologize for it 1 year ago for a 5...
Once again, apologize for the wrong thing, not a year ago, 5 months ago at the point of this video. Sorry. Apologize for the wrong thing, because you already have the evidence. It's literally him saying, oh, if you don't want me to watch my stuff, watch your stuff, I won't watch your stuff, sorry.
5-minute video that I watched, okay, that he thought I wasn't actually watching, even though I was watching it on my phone, okay?
Doesn't matter, doesn't matter.
He went and straight up made an entire fucking video back then, despite me apologizing for it and saying I agree with him, because I did not have him on my broadcast.
No. Well, yeah, he made a stink because you were saying all these disingenuous things, and Jay wanted to explain himself in a way that you would understand, Hassan, but you don't want to be explained to because you think you're the biggest genius ever.
He wanted to come on the broadcast, and I was like, no. At that point, I was like, no shot. The reason why he figured out I watched his video to begin with, as I'm sure if he hasn't deleted those tweets from way back when, because I still remember it, okay? The reason why he even knew that I was watching it is because he posted his analytics. He posted his metrics showing a major fucking bump in his view counts on that video. Most YouTubers don't mind.
So, if you've seen the previous section, you'll know that the big bump that he experienced on his video was over a single hour period, and it was like 100 more people on a 40,000 view stream. On YouTube, 100 people is nothing. If it was another streamer, I could understand it being a good thing. Go see it, because 100 viewers on a stream, that's good. My sister gets or sometimes on good weeks or good months, she'll have an average 30, sometimes less, but so, and she can make some money off of that. She doesn't make a living, but 100 viewers, some people can make a living off 100 viewers. Depending on where you live, of course. If you're in California, not a chance. But yeah, it's either 100 or 200. Even then, 200, because Hassan has upwards of 40,000 viewers, maybe more, every stream. And if he only sends 200 of those people Jay's way, that's disrespectful, man. That's not lame. That's not good at all. Come on. I didn't mean to say that's not lame. That is lame.
I actually love that shit when Twitch streamers react.
And I'm using the correct definition of lame, not the colloquial term. I'm using it's deficient. It's non-functional to think that you would that a 200 viewer bump on a YouTube video for a single hour is a good bump.
Back to their videos because they get a fucking fat bump.
207, there it is. Wait.
when Twitch streamers react to their videos because they get a fucking fat.
Okay. Yeah, so they go from like a 50 average per hour, because this is hourly, over the last 48 hours. A single hour, 207. So what? I'll get my calculator out. $207 minus 50. Wow, 157 more people than would have. So he sent only 157 people Jay's way. Even better. Sorry, I was being too charitable to Hassan because I felt like I felt like he was I felt like I was stretching the truth when I said that he sent so few people. But no, he sent even less than I thought.
Because they get a fucking fat bum. And he posted it on his fucking Twitter. He was like, I wonder who's watching this now. And then found out that it was me, turned around and got very upset because I wasn't reacting hard enough.
You got upset because you walked away and then you were eating the entire time.
Okay. And then turned.
That's not content. That's someone else. That's not your content.
Around and
stop making money off of other people's content. Stop it. Make it your own. By commenting. Or even doing a funny dance over the whole thing. I don't care. Just do something besides eating and going. Shoveling food into your face. Just shut up.
Made a video a year ago. Then multiple
5 months
times throughout the past year, despite the fact that I already apologized for it.
It's one React stream, which was his parody stream, and then the video. Listen to what he says.
Throughout the multiple times and made a video a year ago. Then he
the video was a stream, not a video.
Throughout the multiple times throughout the past year, despite the fact that I already apologized for it and agreed with him and said I'm never going to watch his videos ever again. Okay, because I did not have him on my broadcast immediately. Okay.
Now he's taking another issue or another he's making another problem for himself by trying to claim that it's because he didn't have him on the stream. It's not because of that. He should know at this point if he was paying attention. Paying attention. I'm gonna fall asleep during the last half of this, so just give me a second.
Because I did not have him on my broadcast immediately. He literally fucking made multiple videos, went on podcasts with like actual fucking Nazis and Sargon of Akkad.
He wasn't on that stream. And even then, they're not Nazis. Why does everybody just throw out the word Nazi? Come on, man. Go check out EFAP, guys. You'll realize this is not true. They make edgy jokes every once in a while, but they're not Nazis. Come on.
8-hour-long reactions to my fucking stream, which I don't even have a problem with. Go ahead. Have fun.
That's EFAP, not Jay. Just be sure that you know Jay wasn't on any of those EFAP streams.
They made multiple 8-hour-long fucking podcasts with a bunch of fucking Nazis and shit like that.
Yeah, say it again. Spread more misinformation, man, because you got it one time from a commenter. You got that information one time from a commenter who was very well misinformed. And now you're misinformed and you're misinforming 40,000 other people. Go away. Ugh.
It's been an entire year and he's still making fucking videos about me watching a video of his one.
He made a single video. He made a single video. He didn't do any. He did one stream and a single video. Come on. Come on.
A year ago. So what do you expect me to find charitable in that situation? That's fucking crazy.
Just because they made multiple doesn't mean it's not charitable.
Okay? So I blocked them and I wanted to move on, but his fucking weirdo fan base still is getting in here. And
because if I Let's use a really clear example. Okay, Nixon, right? Richard Nixon. He got impeached, right? And the reason he was impeached was for breaking a law. Like I think it was investigating his. I'm not very well versed in political history, but if someone for the next 50 years, every single year said, "Hey, Richard Nixon broke the law, and that's why he was impeached," that's not charitable. That's exactly what happened. Even if he's consistently putting that, like, driving that point home, it doesn't mean that it's not charitable.
And still trying to get me to fucking react to it when the original point is that he doesn't want me to react to his video, so why would I do that?
The original point was to not react harder, to transform the content.
So you turn someone into a Nazi because you didn't react hard enough, LeMaFao? I don't think that person is actually a fucking Nazi or whatever. But I do think that that person does not have a problem, you know, hanging out with Nazis as long as those Nazis are fucking shitting on me.
So the biggest thing is, I know Jay would definitely not be a fan of Nazis, because Jay is a part of the LGBTQ. I don't know which one. I'm not very well informed on that because I don't really care for the most part. They're just a person, as far as I know. But Jay would have a real problem hanging out with Nazis because Nazis have a very big anti-LGBTQ thing going on there, where they actively hate LGBTQ people. So I don't think Hassan knows his stuff. Well, we already know that just from based on what every single word he said in that last sentence. So I'm gonna cry.
You spit on my face and expect me to say thank you. I can't believe it's raining. Okay, you're pissing on my face and asking me to say it's fucking raining and I should be happy about it. Like, if someone has made this much content out of one fucking infraction that is literally not only minor, but something that I already agreed with and apologized for 1 fucking year ago.
That's not a good analogy, though. It's not that good of an analogy. Because I don't know what. Oh, if I need water, someone pees on me, I say you should be grateful because it's raining. Jay's not saying you should be grateful. He's saying that you should take a look at the criticism. What analogy was that? My God.
Then I'm sorry, I'm not gonna fucking assume that this is like a reasonable person. I'm not gonna assume that this is a reasonable criticism. I'm going to assume, perhaps correctly, that this person is farming negative hatred so that they can, you know, pick up on all of the people that fucking already despise me on the internet. There's plenty of
I don't know if farming is the word, because he's it's two pieces of content. It was a tweet, I guess, if you can consider that content. He did a tweet, a comment, in a YouTube video. He did a stream parroting him very quickly after it happened, and then made a video. So if you count all of those as content, yeah, he made 4 separate things over the course of 5 months. But only 2 of them were things that you can actively find very quickly, because they're videos that you can find. You can find his streams on Jay's channel. But the stream is just a diet version of, or a not as good diet version of the video. So you could just watch the video and get everything you got from the stream, except for the parody, because that's hilarious. the eating literal cardboard to fake eating, to fake the fact that he's eating during someone else's content.
They actually seem to want you to react to that video based on Twitter. They were saying some shit about you not engaging with the arguments. Of course I'm not gonna. Why would I give them what they want?
You're not engaging. Okay. You're not giving them what they... Yeah, okay, I guess you are giving them what they want. But what's the problem with giving someone what they want when what they want is pretty reasonable? I would say that wanting someone to listen to you is pretty reasonable.
Because they want me to engage with their arguments because it's gonna fucking give them more clout. That's the point. Which completely destroys the original and diminishes the original fucking take. I already engaged with the #1 article. I mean, the #1 fucking criticism, which was the #1 criticism, which was, don't react to my videos. And I said,
it's not the criticism.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. If you're saying react harder, that's ridiculous, but I will just not react to your shit ever again. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's actually fucking crazy. There are still people who are, and I've already given so much fucking more attention to this than I should. And no, I don't think, like, I don't even need to fucking see I don't even need to see the actual video to assume that the video is like good faith. I've seen so many other so many other things that this person has done that leads me to believe.
So many. You have not seen them. You've only seen one. Oh my god. You see, okay, no, 3 if you count the Twitter and the comment. The tweet and the comment. I'm not very well versed in. I'm starting to get angry just because just to see how angry he gets whenever someone criticizes them. And now he's just trying to take jabs at somebody in such a petty way. I'm just sad, man. Hassan, you have made me sad. If I ever get bigger than I am right now, and to the point where bigger streamers want to collaborate with me, if I ever collaborate with Hassan, I would want to have a conversation with him about this so that I don't feel sad anymore. He just makes me sad right now.
Believe that they are not being in any way, shape, or form good faith in their criticism. Their good faith, the way that
I feel physical pain every time he says it.
Seeming good faith, they're seemingly behaving in a good faith capacity, is specifically so dummies like you will turn around and think, oh, this person is just making good faith criticisms. See, this is what I mean. Like, man, this sucks. You're being super close-minded about this and making it seem way more unreasonable than it is. No,
SW2324 said, hand waving.
Hand wave back. I'm getting super upset at this now because this is just making me sad. Because he's said blatantly wrong things multiple times and just doesn't bother to check whether they're wrong or not before repeating it multiple times to such a large audience. Come on.
This is what I mean.
Okay, I need to see this comment right here. Man, this sucks. You are being super closed-minded about this and making it seem way more unreasonable than it is. How do people use than it is? Than it is.
SW2324 said, what's he talking about?
So he's...
SW2324 said, Brightfly.
You mean briefly. I don't know why the reader did it that way. So essentially what happened is a YouTuber named JXE made a video covering Jinx, which was an older React YouTuber, and comparing it to Hassan's React content and just addressing Twitch's React content in general, but using Hassan as an example, right? And Jay is criticizing how Twitch content is done, how Twitch React content is done specifically. He doesn't care for people walking away during videos. And the thing is with Hassan, the thing that's making me really sad is every single time Hassan brings up any of what happened before the video, and anything about the video, he himself says that he hasn't watched any of the video, but continues to say that all the arguments are made in bad faith, that the video is just straight up bad, that Jay is trying to farm him for clout, and then he's using any misinformation he gets from his comments and just running with that. So he's calling Jay's friends Nazis. He's calling Jay someone who associates with Nazis. It's
SW2324 said, sounds like fun.
Fun for you, but not for me. I've been doing this for hours now, and I don't want. Because it's the amount of times he repeats it. Because I can understand someone getting something wrong 1 or 2 times, but it's 4 or 5 at this point of him stating the same points that are very blatantly incorrect.
Like, man, this sucks. You're being super close-minded about this and making it seem way more unreasonable than it is. No, dude, you don't want to see it as an unreasonable thing, okay? That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm not talking about react harder. I'm not talking about, like, why haven't you fucking addressed that you shouldn't watch people's content without consent? Why haven't you addressed that, whatever? Like, you're doing this. You're doing this right now. You are the reason why it's, like, impossible for me to ever fucking, to ever respond to something. Normally, dude. You fucking...
So, because what he's saying there is he can't respond to anything if someone tells him, hey, you're not doing it right. Because it's when people... So right now, it just seems like whenever someone criticizes Hassan, they're automatically enemy. Enemy number 1. And that chat has to dogpile on them or else they're kicked out. Banned. So like this guy, I'm assuming he'll get banned, right?
Weirdo. How do you not understand? Random guy, literally random guy. If someone has made videos about you over the course of the past fucking year for
So yeah, he says. So I'll give you some more background.
SW2324 said, YH, that's pretty true. They usually get the ban when they oppose him.
I mean, I guess that's how a lot of cults work, but we're not going to get to that. So right here, you can hear...
Literally random guy. If someone has made videos about you over the course of the past fucking year for a thing that you're apologized for...
So here's the problem with that statement right there. In this situation, it had only been 5 months by the time he had this stream. So it had only been 5 months, so he says a year ago. So he's trying to say that it's... By saying that it's a year ago, he's saying that it's irrelevant to what's happening now. When it was 5 months, so although if he got it as 5 months, he probably would say, they'll just say, oh, it was 5 months ago, get over it. But then he's also saying videos, plural. The problem with saying videos, plural, is Jay only made 1. Jay made 1 video covering Hassan. He made a stream covering Hassan, if that's what he's referencing as the multiple videos, and the replay of the stream is on Jay's channel. But there's only, in just a single sentence, he gets 2 facts wrong and then just goes along with it because he doesn't care.
Then that person is not being serious and sincere.
Because, yeah, he's using these things that he's made up about the situation and then just automatically assuming because of those made up things that he thinks about the other person that they're not being sincere.
I want you to fucking understand, dude. I want you to understand. I want you to fucking respond to me. Making it seem way more unreasonable than it is. It hurts how to see arguments you make about other things because you are literally making assumptions of calling bad faith with no engagement just weak, bro. Instead
Yeah, if you're not engaging with something and automatically assuming that it's bad faith, that is weak. That is a weak argument. It is a fallacious argument. It doesn't follow that because someone did something multiple times throughout the year that their argument would be bad. That's not how it is. Because the original problem is that Hassan apologized for something that Jay never asked him to apologize for. All Jay said was, "Hey, can you actually watch the content and engage with it instead of just playing it and walking away also?" And then Hassan said, "Oh, you don't want me to watch your videos? Okay, I won't watch your videos." That was Hassan's response, which is not what Jay said. Jay never told him to not watch his videos. He said to only not watch it if he's not going to transform it, because if you don't transform it, it's not your content anymore. That's how you can get in trouble. That's why a lot of Twitch streamers got in trouble for streaming pay-per-view. Pay-per-view boxing matches. Because they would play it as if it was a game. They would have like a controller and everything. But they would actually just be streaming a pay-per-view thing. That's deliberate stealing, and but I don't think Hassan thinks that he's stealing by doing the things that he does with his, at least with playing it while he's going away or during his breaks. Because I would never imply that he does it throughout his whole stream, because he has 8 hours throughout the day. I genuinely believe that he has content where he engages with it and actually transforms it to an extent where it is his content. So I don't believe that it's all of his content, of course. It just shouldn't happen at all. Because if you're as big of a streamer as Hassan, you can afford that, to not play a video during a 5-minute pee break. There's no reason to play it, because his excuse is that one of his excuses is that he can watch it on his phone, because some people are saying, "Oh, it's not because you're not watching it when you're off your chair." That's what he thinks the criticism is, but the criticism is that you're not transforming it. And the main way that Hassan tries to transform is by reacting, right? But if he's not in the chair, he's not able to react. So once again, he takes a lot of arguments and then strawmans it, which is just making the argument. He's interpreting the argument in a worse way and then attacking that instead. So once again, hey, you can watch my stuff as long as you transform it, turns into, I don't want you to watch my stuff. A lot of that's the whole reason this controversy even happened, is because he didn't know how to react properly to the situation. And he didn't listen. That's once again, I've been saying, I just said like an hour ago. Biggest takeaway from this entire series is listen to people when they're telling you things. If they're saying stuff about your character, then you can blow that off a little bit. But if they're talking about something you're doing and criticizing that, take a look at what the criticisms are and actually look within and figure out if it truly is such a problem.
He's after? Yeah, I know what he's after, dumbass. He's after me reacting to his video, just like he wanted to come on the stream. I know that already, okay? I know that.
And then he's doing another one where just because Jay wanted to come onto the stream to explain himself because Hassan was not responding to the correct statement, he now interprets that as Jay just wanting to farm off of Hassan. Because all of this would have been prevented if you just talked to Jay. Or just watched the video. That's another thing.
He just wants clout. That's what he's after, and you're giving it for him. I'm moving. I'm banning, and I'm moving on. I've already given so much. He wants attention. That's it. The video isn't that bad. It's mostly just react harder. Jay also said he didn't think you shouldn't watch the video. Just that I know he doesn't think I shouldn't watch the video. He wants.
Then why do you keep on saying it? Why do you keep on saying it? And sorry you came here at a less friendly time. I have been going through this for about 2 hours now. It's 2:50 actually. But I'm at the point where I'm on edge because it's just getting more and more irritating to listen to everything he says.
Me to watch the video. I'm not giving it into him. I'm not giving into that demand because it's farming. You're not a content creator, so you don't understand how this works. I feel like since he hooked you once, he owns the incident. The only way he'd let that go, that year ago incident, is if you gave him a new incident to make.
So now see, that's the problem with him saying that it happened a year ago, because the commenters are even taking it as truth. Because now you see that the commenter is saying that it happened a year ago. 5 months. 5 months.
Make more content on. The only way to win is not to play. Exactly. That's it.
That's not even half a year. I would understand if you said half a year ago and blew it off that way. Because at least that would be more. That would be like a less bad exaggeration. But he's exaggerating to a full year when it's not even half. 2 times the amount of time that it had been since the incident was not even enough to reach a full year. He's off by more than 2 times.
So I don't want to play. I don't want to play anymore. So these fucking weirdo fans need to shut the fuck up and leave, okay? Don't watch Nerd City. They hate YouTube. Whoever linked this knows. Wait, really? Nerd City hates me? Why? I've watched some of their videos. They're fucking really good. They hate me? Are you sure? Okay, I won't watch their video then.
He doesn't even know if they hate him. The commenter just said it. One single commenter said it. And he takes it as the truth. Ah.
Your YouTube content is there when I ain't got nothing else left to talk about, dude. Let's be straight about our business.
What does take pride in your work mean? I don't know.
The need to humiliate people, sometimes you need to make an example out of them.
And that's the end. I just need to see that awful bit again. Where's the comment? Video isn't that bad, to be honest. It's mostly react harder. Jay also said they didn't think you shouldn't watch the video, just that if you do, you should add content to it. So in this case, you can actually hear him stop reading it halfway through because he only hears the first.
Isn't that bad? It's mostly just react harder. Jay also said he didn't think you shouldn't watch the video, just that I know he doesn't think.
Yeah, he stops reading halfway through. He doesn't even want to listen to the rest of the argument because he's latched on to the first part. Just that you should add content to it. Yeah, all he had to do was read that out. But he's got the reading comprehension of a monkey. My God. And then a bonus meme. Let's see. The bonus meme.
Even clip channels are being annoying and commenting in the description on how you're wrong. Why are they clipping me then? Like, if my own fucking clip channels are clipping all of my videos to make money, why are you fucking clipping wrong information then? if that's the case. And then fuck you, dude. Don't make me DMCA your bitch asses. I will destroy the Hassan Clips industrial complex. I will make what Russia is doing to Ukraine look like little kisses to the Hassan Clips industrial complex. Do you understand me?
Hassan threatens a lot of people. That's a big power play I see that he throws out a lot. Sounds like the second graders that I work with at schools.
Motherfuckers are literally posting my YouTube videos from my fucking Twitch, stealing this shit because I allow them to, so they can make money off of it, just to make me look fucking bad or shit on me. What the fuck is this? No content creator takes criticism well. I mean, that's true, but I would go so far as to say that I am way more fucking manageable in comparison to like 99% of content creators.
See, he agreed, and then he said he's better than most most channels. So is he trying to say that is he admitting that he's not good at taking criticism? Because if that's true, that he's better than some of the people I watch are like 1,000. Penguin Zero, most critical. I don't watch him, but he's like, if Hassan is in Little League baseball, Penguin Zero is the major leagues. Wow. In terms of Hassan is Little League in terms of taking criticism well. Wow. Charlie. He's big league boy. Thank you, Charlie. Because if we didn't see how Charlie reacted to this, we wouldn't realize how insane Hassan's reaction is to the whole situation. Because Charlie had a very reasonable reaction. And if you want to see that, you can watch this video yourself. It's the absolute state of Twitch, Hassan Denims and Relay versus JXE. So if you want to see that part, it's right here. Wait, yeah, this part. Charlie's section is right at the beginning of the Hassan Piker section. Not a good name for the section, but yeah, if you want to see how Charlie reacted to it, go check it out. He's very reasonable with how he reacted to the whole situation, but Hassan is just he just wants to dogpile on people.
Respect to taking criticism, which everyone will laugh at and say that's wrong because you've only fucking seen clips of me yelling at a chatter. But I routinely admit my mistakes. I routinely say that I was wrong. I apologize when I'm wrong. And all the people that are now memeing and saying copium is funny, and I'm not going to ban any of you, even though I should. But
see, that's an immediate backtrack on what he just said, because he said that he's better than most streamers at reacting to criticism, and then all the fact that copium is being said in his chat, he's saying, "Oh, I should ban people for that." I don't think he hears himself speak.
You know, you've been in here for long enough. You know that. The only people I fucking lose my shit on are motherfuckers who make like entire careers out of like literally fucking going ape shit buck wild, cutting as many videos as possible anytime there's even a mere mention.
All right. That's the end of this whole series of commentary on the absolute state of React Twitch, Hassan Denims and Relay versus JXE. Oh wait, I know how to put I was trying to figure out how to put the link in the chat a while ago, but let me get rid of, where is it? Get rid of the video No, not the video. Get rid of Chrome for a second so I can post it in the chat without doxing anybody.
Willow_u
There you go.
said,
know.
https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=hazugeku8cva and list equals plv00u-drsl9w7nib9l9 YouTube.
Thank you for stopping. I was a little worried that it would go through the whole thing, but yeah. Thank you all so much for having these conversations with me. I'm very glad I got a little bit of a break halfway through with the I don't remember the names already. Wait, I can find them. Well, I don't want to call them out in that way. I appreciate you guys giving me a break from reacting to Hassan so I don't go insane, and giving me some fun questions to respond to. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you hopefully next week. I'll try to find something else to do commentary on. I want to keep Sunday as a commentary day thing, because it all started with this video, because I felt like I had something to say about it, but I don't know if I'll be able to find videos consistently to respond to properly. So we'll see. But thank you, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.